it's me, back again for another week, and
Hey everyone!
my friend Kyrstie's here again this week because, yeah, we had fun last week, so we decided to make it a thing. So, as I said in the description, one second. Had to get rid of my gum, it was bugging me. But anyway, as I said in the description, we're going to be making... Oh, Chef Handsome is in the stream. Hello! Oh my gosh, I love those emojis. But anyway, so we're going to be making cold processed soap, which is also to a lot of people known as making soap from scratch. So yeah, I'm going to be making soap dough, and Kyrstie is going to be making... What are you making currently?
Actually my Hogwarts soap. We're doing it and perfecting it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The original bar.
Yep. So now to get the workbench in sight. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Now let's get back to work. Because we spent a good half an hour setting up beforehand. Let's see. So how are you doing tonight, Chef Handsome?
Anything, he's still playing GTA.
Oh, okay.
And eating dinner. That's all he's been doing is GTA.
Oh, wow.
All day, every day.
Well, GTA is fun, so
Oh yeah,
can't say I blame him.
Oh, I don't blame him. He's out on an art trigger. So
Gotcha.
he goes nuts. I don't mind it, except if he decides to wake me up at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, boy.
It's okay. It's still fun.
Yep, yep.
Still fun.
Okay, so let's see. Just going back and forth between the workbench here and my recipe over on my laptop for the soap dough. I'm adding a little bit of Tussa silk right now to the lye water solution, which for anyone who may be watching the stream later on, or for anyone who's not familiar, who's in the stream right now, in order to make soap from scratch, you need to use lye, and the best way to incorporate lye into the oils in order to make soap is to put the lye into water and dissolve it. So, that's how it's done, and I'm just adding a little bit of Tussa silk because Tussa silk makes the final bar silky. Here, I'm going to put my goggles on because safety first. Safety first.
No safety here.
We got to, because if the kids try this at home, we don't want to get sued. That'd be bad.
That's very, very bad.
Very, very bad. I mean, especially... Oh gosh, this is going to be one of my most boomer statements yet, but...
Oh God,
With
no.
kids these days eating Tide Pods, you can't be too careful.
Or no, the new thing is the slapping the teacher challenge too.
Oh, no.
No joke. No joke.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why?
Because they're idiots. I want to answer that very clearly. They're idiots.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of a death wish thing to do right there. I mean, I thought I'd seen it all when one of my younger friendos shared with me this video of this guy who did the moaning in the ear challenge, where he was just walking up to these random guys in Walmart and just doing a oh yeah in their ears. I'm like, what? Amazingly, this kid did not get his butt handed to him or anything. But I was just there, like, embarrassed on his behalf.
Oh God.
It was bad. It was real bad. And what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm getting oils because I'm gonna set this aside for now. And I'm gonna wipe out my bucket real quick too. Because I put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in here to sanitize it. Ooh, and we have 2 viewers in the chat now. Hi other viewer. Welcome, and feel free to chat in the chat. Otherwise, feel free to lurk. We are more than fine with lurkers here. Some people just like coming in for the chill, royalty-free lo-fi. There we go. Whoops. Oh, a little bit of glitter got stuck. No!
That's not a bad.
I mean, only because I'm not making glittery soap today. I'm making soap dough, which is going to be kind of like Play-Doh, but I can use it to sculpt little embeds to go on top of soap, and it's going to be fun. Okay. And now I need to get my oils.
I need the avocado.
I will pass that right over to you.
Avocado and olive oil.
Oh yeah. I know I have a ton of olive upstairs, but here you go.
I saw the big ones there, so
There you go.
Get it.
Okie dokie. And what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna go back to the recipe to see how much of each thing I need. Okay, so I'm gonna need 8.05 ounces, gotta be very specific, of canola, 7 ounces of olive, 0.7 of castor. Actually, I'm gonna start with palm oil because palm oil and coconut oil probably are gonna need to be melted down.
Probably.
So,
They do.
well, yeah, since it's not the middle of summer and it's not like 110 degrees outside.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness for small favors, that's for sure. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start with the palm and the coconut, and I'm going to need 8.75 ounces of both palm and coconut. Okay, that makes it easy. Okay. So I got the palm out ahead of time because this. There we go. It's usually a bear to open this thing. And do we have liftoff? There we go. Oh yes, for anyone who tunes in later and anyone in the stream, which, oh, we have 3 viewers now. Hello, any new viewers, feel free to chat or lurk, whatever suits your needs this evening. And this is what palm oil looks like in its natural form. And this is...
Yeah, I might go up and get you more oil.
Oh, good point. Good thing I bought some recently, so no biggie. But yeah, for anyone worried about palm oil and orangutans, I always buy Round Table palm oil, so no rainforest and no orangutans were harmed in the making of this palm oil. Palm oil is actually very good in a lot of ways because it has a lot of vitamin E and other things that are good for your skin. So yeah. Right. And it's actually not rock hard at the moment too, which is good. It's kind of at a custardy consistency. 7.75. 1 more ounce, and I'll be there. Okay. Oh, that's 9.05, so I'm going to take a little bit out. Put it back in. There we go, 8.75 right on the dot. That's what I like to see. Now to return the lid.
I need it. I need the palm.
Oh, okay. I will not put it all the way back on then because it is, as I said, a little bit of a bear to get on and off. There. Sit, stay, be good. And I have enough of. Oh,
Me
yeah,
too.
I've got plenty of that
Okay.
actually. So, yeah, we're good with that. And I'll get another scooper. Okay. Gotta disinfect my spoon just to be thoroughly sanitary.
Batch today of this soap, but hey, whatever. Wasn't expecting to make that big of a batch. I forgot that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
call them skinny mold that I was gonna borrow off of you. Made that much, so. But
Yeah.
I'm happy with that
Yeah.
because I love this fragrance. I love this color design. It's happiness. Plus, it just means my Christmas presents
Exactly.
going out.
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of people who get started very early with Christmas presents, so.
With this especially.
Yep. Oh, someone say something?
Just emojis. Emoji nets.
Oh, okay. Odaku, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. May I ask how you found us tonight? Just curious, because I know I post in a lot of Discord chats and also on Facebook and Twitter, and some people just find us from the who's streaming or whatever front page, so just curious. Okay, scooping out coconut oil.
Grab the other one. 'Cause I know what
Okay.
I need.
Yep.
I end up making a 5-pound batch. 4
Here we go.
pounds just for the Hogwarts, and then the 1 pound is gonna get pulled off to do.
I'm so glad that sometimes I'm a little too fastidious. Or, well, actually, when it comes to soap making, you can never be truly too fastidious with making sure you have certain oils on hand.
They said through your last post, it's Gil.
Oh, hi, Gil! How are you doing tonight, Gil?
No, fingers don't want to work to go on.
No! Oh. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt sometimes.
He's well excited to be getting to see you in action.
Aww, that's so sweet, Gil. I'm glad you were able to stop by and stoof and chill in the stream. Makes me happy. Gil is one of my friends who I know through my friend Bean Cake. So, yep. So Gil used to be, well, actually, I found out last night that Gil knows Pixie and some of the other Renfair people that we both know.
God. Small world.
Exactly. Oh, someone else should have handsome. Excited to see y'all in action too. Oh,
Yeah,
yay!
he
I'm
has
glad.
it.
Mhm.
He's never seen me do full process, not once. Not once since we've been together. He's seen
Oh,
final.
wow.
He's seen final products.
Mhm.
Hasn't seen the making of.
Gotcha. So
Ever.
it's a special occasion for a lot of people. Yay!
Especially since when I started doing the color samples,
I'm just scraping the coconut oil right now.
those are going to end up being at the house for fragrance tests for.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Figure out what
I think I'm gonna get a spatula so I can really and truly scrape this thing. Let's see. I'd love. Oh, you'd love to be a guest sometime. That'd be awesome, Gil. That reminds me. My friend Mark was supposed to stop by today, and he didn't. But it's okay because he probably forgot. probably gonna hit him up on Telegram and be like, hey, because he was bugging me for a while about getting his fursuit cleaner for me, and he was supposed to pick up 2 fursuit cleaners because the mutual acquaintance of ours that made his fursuit ordered 2 for me. I wanted to save her on some shipping by sending him over.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll just have to be well, I mean, unless he stops over tomorrow or something, I don't know. But
I'm gonna melt the coconut oil.
Yep.
Start.
Yep, and I'm probably gonna need that jar over there.
Which one?
Coconut oil. Because I've scraped this one.
Okay.
Did you put it back down
Put
here?
it down over here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Oh. Let's see. Oh. He says,
When are you gonna come over and hang out for you?
whenever my Jeep gets fixed, which hopefully will be tomorrow, because, Gil's friend, Steve, is the one who's been working on my Jeep and everything. And, yeah, I know he's been really busy with work, because initially he was supposed to come over last Sunday, but it rained. So I messaged him on Monday, and I'm like, hey, I didn't bug you yesterday because I figured that since it's raining, you weren't going to be able to really do much, especially with the master cylinder in the rain. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, good point. And so he's like, I'm going to try to make it Thursday or Friday. And he's like, but with how busy work is, he's like, probably won't be until Sunday. So I was like, okay, I gotcha. So I'm at 6.3 ounces for coconut oil. Now I just need to get it up to 8.75. Yeah, because I have been without a working car now for like a month, so.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but at the same time, I'm glad, because I don't know very many reliable mechanics and everything, so
We know things, well, not necessarily reliable, we know a few things about vehicles needing to get worked on.
yeah.
It taking forever.
Yeah, sometimes it be that way, that's for sure.
And it's not even a reliable mechanic, it's reliable and affordable. It's a key phrase.
Yeah, because I once saw like a Venn diagram or some type of thing that said if you want work done fast, then it's not cheap, and it basically was like you can pick 2 out of 3, but you can't have all 3, and it was affordable, like quick, and good quality or whatever. It's like,
Yep. If you find all 3, it's a unicorn.
yeah, pretty much.
And you do nice to him because it's the unicorn.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be nice to a unicorn. Otherwise, unicorn's not gonna do shit for you.
Exactly.
Unicorn's not gonna heal you. Unicorn's not going to do anything except run.
Yeah.
Okay. And there we go, 8.75, right on the dot.
Okay, so coconut oil.
Put the lid back on. Okay. We'll put this back with its buddy down there. And did I seriously just put the wrong lid on? Yes, I just put the wrong lid on. But they're about the same size container, so it's okay. It happens. Oh. Oh, he says got it.
Yeah, no, that's
There we go. Now I gotta put the right lid on. There we go.
now it's 16 ounces of this one.
Goody. Come on. Get back on lid. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so I'll put the spatula there for now. Okay, so I'm gonna melt coconut oil and the palm oil together. Awesome sauce. And then I think the rest is all liquid oils. Trying not to get coconut oil all over my mouth. And okay, so yeah. Alright, so got the palm oil and the coconut. Oh yeah, it's gonna need a lot longer. I'll put in for a minute. See how far that gets me. Yeah, canola, olive, castor, and rice bran. Yep. All liquid, so I will be good.
Dead nuts. Love when that happens.
Huh?
I literally dead nuts. Put the last bit in. Touch it right now. Whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna put the spoon down for now. And I'm gonna check on the lye water over here and see what temperature it's at. Because knowing this, it's probably... Oh, it's still at 110 degrees. Huh, okay. Let me stir it. Gotta cool it down a bit.
I don't even want to go know how high mine is, even though it was set much longer.
Yeah. Sometimes if I just keep stirring it, it cools down a bit. Yeah, now it's at like 110. Because I need to get it to like 95 at the coolest because just FYI.
Let me see the gun.
Oh, yep, so here you go.
I forgot to grab mine.
Okie dokie. Oh, it's starting to get a little bit more melty. Sure, no problem. Mixy, mixy. Now it's starting to look more like pudding. So that's good.
Squeezy, plastic.
Sure, no problem. Mixy, mixy. Alright, so I'm going to pop this back in the microwave so it'll keep on melting. Ugh. And pop that there.
Lye linen. Oh, what beautiful lye linen.
Oh, yeah. Old violet.
Yeah, it's still at like 140.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to want to stir that. Oily gloves off and put some fresh ones on. Yours, dookie. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got large ones here, I've got mediums there, and small ones there. Because back when I had an employee of sorts that used to come around, I got him the large ones. Yeah, I miss my old employee Vincent. He has been busy with other stuff now, but he was a huge help, like especially with getting that desk down here that I use for packaging. Oh my gosh, he was a lifesaver with that. Because I knew that I could not have gotten all that down here by myself.
Oh yeah.
I remember we were like dragging it through the snow too, and I was like, oh my god. It was just like anything I asked him to do, he was like, okay, cool, sure. Oh, I broke my glove, but that's okay. At least it was just by the wrist. Okay, so I've got the bottoms here. Because one of the things about making soap dough is you need to put it in containers, and the more airtight the better. From what I saw from Katie of Royalty Soaps. So I got these little deli containers.
Well, yeah, because air is what cures soap. So once
Yeah.
if it's in an airtight container, it's going to solidify, but it's not going to cure, so it's going to stay pliable.
Yeah. No, she made quite a few colors, so I'm gonna get like maybe 6 of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And if there's any left over, then I'll just get some more out.
This is going to be forever. Why can't it be the Canadian refrigerator outside and this would be cool already?
I know, right?
It may stick this actually outside. It may just be cool enough.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little windy outside, so. Oh, and I need to check on my oils in the microwave. Okie doke. Got it. And yeah, these are definitely melted. Woo! Now to add the other oils to it. Hopefully the room temperature oils will pull this down a bit. Alright, so I'm going to move these aside. Check the temperature. Oh, where'd she put the temperature gun?
It's right there.
Oh, right there. Right in front of my blind face. I feel like one of the, like on Dora or one of those shows. Where's the this or the that? Can you find it? And it's like right there.
Yup.
That's me half the time. Oh, what did Gil say?
Hot lol. Tea.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
I want to
so.
start to melt the other oil, but at the same time, with the lye being so hot, I don't even want to, because I got to keep it within the 10 degrees, so it's like, darn it!
I know, it's a pain in the ass sometimes. That's one of the reasons why I like heat transfer, even though heat transfer has been a little tricky with me. Like sometimes heat transfer will work perfectly, like it does for, I think it's Ophelia Soapy she uses.
Yeah, I've done it once before and I think it works fine, but it's just like,
yeah.
I don't want to take the chances right now either.
Understandable. Like, yeah, it's definitely one of those things where, when it works, it works. When it doesn't work, you end up with my Fritz the Cat soap, which I have somewhere in my Fritz the Cat soap. That was a disaster. And I'm like, you know what? I like, that kind of keeps, kind of in the spirit of Fritz the Cat, because I'm just like, yeah, like, Fritz himself probably wouldn't be surprised that his soap was a disaster, so. And someone still bought it anyway at Pine Fir Con, because I remember that was the convention that I made it for, because it was the 70s. Yeah, they did a 70s theme for that convention. And so I was trying to think of like everything 70s-ish that I could for that convention. And I remember I checked to see if Fritz the Cat came out that in the 70s, and yes it did, so that was cool. Okay, so let me check and see how much I need of the different oils. Hot.
Keep spirit moving.
Okay, so I need 8.05 of canola. Okay, cool.
A little extra super fat's not going to kill nothing, right?
No,
never. Never. I'd rather it be super fatter than lye heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm just going to mix.
This is actually rice bran oil, but since I grabbed it first, I'm going to put it in first. This is a brand spanking new bottle. Still in the same bag that it came from Amazon in. So, ta-da! Bright and shiny rice bran oil.
Look at that pretty blue.
Ooh, that is a pretty blue. Bring that to the camera. Show them. Show them all how pretty that blue is. That is such a pretty blue.
It really is.
I love bringing pretty colors to the camera and just being like, look at this.
It's the perfect mix between the brilliant blue and a little bit of the Aphrodite. Just enough.
Ooh, yeah.
It makes that color.
1.75 of rice bran. Okay, cool.
Let's see how this one
Ah, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so let me gently pour this in. Bloop. Bloop. Oh. About half an ounce there. Let's see. So I need 1.7, 1.25, 1.85, but again, a little bit of super fat never killed anyone.
Add a little bit more of the black screen to do the sauce.
That goes back in. Where did my canola oil go to? I know it's around here somewhere. Oh. There's my canola oil. Big boy right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. 5.7, 6.8, 7.75. Oh, a little bit more, but again, a little bit more than 8 ounces won't kill anyone. Oh. Okay. Because if anything, since I'm making soap dough, anything to make it more pliable definitely is a big help. Okay, so let me see which one I need next. Olive, I think, will probably be the one that I need next. Canola, got it. Oh yeah, olive and castor. So I'm going to need 7 ounces of olive and then 0.7 castor. Got it.
Try not to kill you.
I know you're not trying to kill me. You just kind of came up on me. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
What? That's silly.
Oh, and I'm gonna need to crack open one of the olive oils. Release. 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 There we go. Got it.
Too small for me.
Come on. Oh yeah. Usually when my hands get kind of sweaty and stuff, that's when I need to go for the mediums. Amen. There we go.
It's gone. I can go track it. Hopefully I can start to work.
Okay, so that's about 4, 5, 6.1, 6.5, 7. Right on the dot. Goody. I love it when I do that. And then 0.7 of castor, which I have right here. Castor oil. Ta-da. This one's a little bit more viscous, so that makes it easier. Of course, 0.7. There we go.
Another minute or two. It's getting closer.
Oh, goody. Yeah. I mean, at least it's not a lime milk solution, because milk, in my experience, milk keeps it from cooling down a lot. Okay, so I got all my oils here now. Oh, let's see. Check the chat. You're hot with those poofs on your head.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. It's talking to you.
Oh, I'm like, okay, I'm wearing my Baby Yoda awesome pants, and I have my Baby Yoda shirt on. I'm like, I'm just gonna go All Star Wars tonight.
That works. Yeah, Princess Leia Buns of Fun.
I'm just gonna be All Star Wars.
Okay, so this is 88 right now. So yeah, that works. Because at first I was like Sailor Moon, and I'm like, no, because she has the meatballs and the spaghetti.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh yeah, Princess Leia's Buns of Fun.
I so want that Sailor Moon apron that I saw today.
Oh yeah, I
They're
saw
like
those.
$80 a piece though.
Oh man.
But eventually, if I actually start to do more videos of that, more videos of stuff, I'm going to, because then this way I have different aprons of the different fingers that I rock.
Nice.
And it'll be worth the $80 for me to have it. Just because it was that awesome.
Yeah. My apron that I have was just one that I got when I worked at Lush.
You know, it works. I mean, you do what you got.
Yeah, exactly. But I was looking at like some pretty aprons not that long ago. Yeah.
This is completely optional, but I like to add tussa silk to my soap.
I'm just
Add
checking
it
the
into
video.
water.
Actually, let me see if I can stream the video at the same time that I watch. Couldn't agree more, Gil says. What are you agreeing with, Gil? Just asking because we were like talking about a lot of stuff all at the same time. Let's see if I can share it. I do. Let me get it real quick.
So I'm going to have to label all my sample pieces.
Okay, if there isn't one here, I have something. Oh, actually, I have a regular one right here.
I meant to grab one of mine from the car and I forgot.
Whoopsie daisies. Oh, shoot, your drink.
Oh no!
Didn't spill too much. Ugh. I just felt a little splash in my foot. Not the end of the world, but here you go. If that one doesn't work, then I brought my entire Bowie bag over because just as a fun thing. Oh, thanks, Gil. She's pretty dope. That's very weird. Aww. That's so sweet, Chef Phantom. But, anyway, yeah, my Bowie bag here was basically my lifeline when I worked. Well, it's my Bowie and Dark Crystal bag. And, let me bring the Dark Crystal side over. If I can. Oh, there it is. But yeah, this is my lifeline when I did conventions. Because I kept my square stuff, my square reader in there. I kept, like, the change bag. I kept everything in the Bowie bag. Stickers, receipts. I probably still have some, like, receipt thingies in there. That's a good question. Okay. This stuff is ready to go. 88 degrees. Let me see what my lye water's at. Oh, wait. Ooh. Okay, never mind. It's at 98. But it's getting there. The lye water is getting there. So that's good.
Where is mine? There it is. So it's similar. I remember seeing spring sparkles last week. I want to see if these hold out in cold process.
Okay, doke.
That's why I'm like, I'm going to do all my little testies. But while
While I'm waiting for that to cool down, I'm going to take a little bit of my oil. I'm going to put it in these 6 thingies.
Which ones? Oh, this is my super sparkle.
Okay. So yeah, since I'm going to be... Got a little bath bomb there. So it's okay. Okay. A little bit of the oils to dissolve some mica.
What's the name of that awesome glitter from wholesale that this is? I can't remember the name of it. It's not super sparkle, is it?
That's
something.
Brambleberry that does super
What's the name
sparkle.
of it?
Shoot, I forget. If it's Wholesale Supplies Plus.
I'm just gonna.
Maybe check the website.
That's.
If you can. Yeah, because the only, like, super sparkly glitter that I have from Wholesale is the rose gold sparkle one.
That's what those are. It's from that set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's the only one of that set that I got. I could be wrong, but I think so. Let's see.
Super Sparkle.
6.
That's what it's called, Super Sparkle.
Okay, literally super sparkle.
Super
Okay.
Sparkle, Rose Gold Mica.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna look a little bit more in this
That
one.
wasn't off. Sweet.
Okay.
Super Sparkle White Diamond, which is what I have. So
Oh, nice.
Top.
Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna make black soap dough, white soap dough, and let me see. Is this water? This is water dispersible, so I'm gonna get a little bit of water to disperse.
White Diamond.
A little bit. Titanium dioxide.
Which one should we do? Astral? No, we're gonna do.
Okay, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's the water. Water. Do you have the distilled water over there? Oh, no, it's right here. Yep. It's right here. Just gonna add a little splash so I can disperse the titanium dioxide. Splish splash. If I need more, I'm going right here.
Can you grab me the blue, the one of the that fairy dust one that I had borrowed off?
Oh, that one.
Yep. Because we're gonna try. I'm gonna see if that works in cold process.
Good thinking.
Because I
Did I
didn't want
put
the
that
coffee.
yellows or with the or something? Let me look.
I'm trying the cosmos one.
And wait.
So we're gonna see.
Here we go. Pixie.
I don't care as long as it's one of the ones from that fairy tale collection.
Yep, I believe it. Yeah.
So Cosmo,
I'm
Pixie.
Let's see if it disperses. Might have a little bit too much oil in here. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more water since it's water dispersible.
Pixie in that one. There.
Put more water.
Pixie.
Whoop. Okay. Yeah, that's enough water.
What other colors can we experiment and test with? That you haven't tried specifically in cold process that you want to?
I'm trying to think because I know that there were some.
Is that just what we're going to end up doing is I need to make some tests.
Oh, idea. Cloud Kingdom.
That's another one from that collection. Oh, yes!
Yep. Don't mind us, we're just thinking of fun colors to try in cold process soap to see if they turn any funky colors or if they hold up.
I'm more hoping that the sparkles show up because sparkles
That
are
too.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Getting sparkle to hold in cold process is impossible.
Oh yeah, because usually it comes out pretty opaque, so.
You don't get the glitter to hold. So
Yeah.
you can find a glitter that holds, you buy it by the pounds.
Oh yeah, like these bio glitters from Nature's
Oh,
Garden.
what I must put in the test because I haven't used any of the bio glitter yet. Is that the only one you got?
Nope, I also have Persian Rose. I have a ton of Persian Rose somewhere. Yeah, that one. Let's see, is this. No, Lollipop is kind of sparkly, but it's not a glitter. Let's see. That's Brambleberry. Ultramarine Pink. Okay, let me try to find the Persian Rose real quick. Oh, here it is. Yep, Persian Rose is one of those ones that's supposed to stay sparkly even in cold process soaps. Okay, so I got my white. Oh, and I know she also mentioned, because I'm using another soap maker's recipe, and she recommends adding kale and clay, which I have right here. And I think she said 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon per pound of oil. Let me see.
Carefully pouring the lye, and just in case you're wondering, this is like the second or third batch of soap that I'm making for today, and that's why the cup has a little bit of lye in it already.
For anyone who's curious, this... Oh, we got a purple heart from Chef Handsome. So sweet. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the love.
Do you have the black one? The black bio glitter?
I might. Let me
I
check.
thought you said you did.
I do have an
while the
remember
lye
we were
water
talking about me
solution
doing,
is
in the
cooling
pots
off,
with
I like
colorants.
to
It
prepare
might-
my
Black Pearl
containers
might be
with
one of them,
the
I'm not
colorants that I'm
entirely sure.
using, and I have a bunch here, as you can see. And I take a little bit of the oils that I just measured out for the soap that I will be making,
Let me see if she
and I
mentioned
disperse the
Gale and Clay.
colorants. I find that doing this just helps mix the colorant into the soap base way easier, and there are no lumps of mica colorant that I have to worry about. I usually always make my soap at room temperature. I've also soaped at about 95 degrees Fahrenheit with this recipe, and it was just fine. Also optional, adding kale and clay. I usually add about 1 teaspoon per pound of oil.
1 teaspoon per pound of oil.
Okay.
Okay.
Into
Sounds about
equal
right.
amounts
Most
of
added
distilled
for
water before adding that.
This is the
oil.
tutorial that I'm
Before
following, by
adding
the way,
lye
in
water.
case anyone's
I did
curious.
not mix any fragrance oil into today's soap
That's from
because I
Pink
plan on
Dahlia
using the
soaps.
soap dough in several
Yeah, I'm not going to add any fragrance to mine because I intend to use the soap dough for a lot of different batches like she is. Okay, so 1 teaspoon. Do I have a teaspoon scoop anywhere around here? Or a teaspoon? Anywhere? I don't know. But I can kind of eyeball it. And where did I just put my kale? I just had it. Right in front of my blind face. Thank you.
It's okay, that's why I'm here. A little bit.
Much appreciated. Okay, so I got my kale and clay. And this is about like how many pounds of oil? 15. So yeah, it's about like. So I'm gonna add. Whoa, that's way too much, but that's why I have this little scoopy-doo here. Just sprinkle a little bit of kale and clay in. Because since I'm making soap dough, the clay should probably keep it pretty pliable. That was enough. Plus, kale and clay is good in soap anyway, especially if you use fragrance, because the kale and clay is supposed to keep it nice and true and
Anchored.
yeah. Alright, now let me check the temperature on my lye water to see if I can make soap yet. And if not, that's perfectly fine. Then I should temperature come.
I know, I stole it just as you needed it.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh boy.
I stole it.
It's okay. These things
I'm
happen.
still at 120.
Oh man. Okay,
I want to
I'm
get it down to
at
at least 100.
90. Whoops. Let's see, I'm at 94. You know what? It's within 10 degrees. I think I should be okay.
So they've
Alright, so I'm gonna put my thingy here. I'm gonna put my goggles back down. Since I'm gonna be pouring lye water. I don't want to cause a ruckus. Tip tap, tip tap. There we go. Alright. Now put this out. And I'm going to strain my lye water. So it looks like I might have some of that lye lint too. Okay, and then I'm going to go tap, tap, tap. Alright, I'm going to move all my utensils aside so I can put this down. Here, I'm going to get the scale since I don't need my scale at the moment.
Penny voodoo. I know what it looks like, but I still want voodoo.
Yeah, voodoo is a nice, good, solid pink.
It's freaking gorgeous.
Oh yeah. I'm going to give this lye water and oil mixture a nice stir.
I know, I've used voodoo. I love it. I absolutely love this color.
I think that was one of the first Mad Micah's colors I ever got. Come to think of it, because I remember back when I first started making like actual soap and whatnot, and I was doing a lot of Markiplier stuff, I remember specifically that I was like, you know what, this looks like a true Markiplier pink. Alright, so let me tap it down and then mix it up. That's a little okay. And right now it has achieved kind of a light to medium trace. Cool. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just blend it a little bit more. Just because I don't want it to get too thick to where it gets hard too fast.
This is for you, and
Okie doke.
color that I can see.
Yep. I'm trying to think of which colors. Oh, I'm definitely going to use pearl pink, I think. One of these. Or, ooh, maybe vivid rose. Vivid rose, I'm going to make some soap dough with that, because I'm going to bring it over to the camera in just a second and show everybody.
Cheesy poofs!
Huh?
Must use cheesy poofs.
Oh, yes, cheesy poof. But yeah, vivid rose is a bright ass pink. and I kind of hoard pink micas because I love them so much.
So that's like me and purples. Purples and blues.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna open vivid rose up. If it'll open for me. Oh, here we go.
I'm also thinking like what I'm trying to say. I know I'm gonna end up using these colors.
Is my little neon scoop spoon anywhere around here? If not, it's okay. I'll just tap a little bit in. Huh. Okay, just gonna tap a little bit of that in. Okay, so I'm gonna have some bright pink.
Cloud
So
Kingdom, gorgeous. I love the purple. I so want Cloud Kingdom to work, hold the process because I love that color. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I love that color too. Trial by fire.
I have it.
Oh, you have trial by fire? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I was gonna make some. Thank you very much.
Can't try like ours and default red.
Yep. Very good. Oh, come on.
I know.
Tap a little bit into the lid and then tap a little bit. There we go.
At like 120 over there. I should be able to start heating this up and get close.
Okay.
I may just super heat this.
And then with my thingies, I know I'm going to blend them up from lightest to darkest. So I'm going to start with the white. And then, where's black? Where's my black? I know I have black oxide and activated charcoal.
Yeah, I'm gonna need activated charcoal.
Yeah, that I know is in a jar somewhere. Where's my black oxide? Oh, here's some activated charcoal. A little bit poofed out. Yeah, here's a little sample thingy of it. I know I have a big jar of it somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need it for a Michael line, so I know I'm gonna need a. I thought I have a big jar too somewhere.
Oh, is this yours? Oh yeah, bigger activated charcoal.
That's not. No, mine was a big jar. It wasn't this big, so this is
Oh,
definitely
okay.
yours. Mine was
Oh,
a
okay.
jar from Crafters, whatever. So,
Okay.
so,
The joys of having combined supplies together. It's like, wait, is this mine? Is this yours? Whose is it?
well, the choice is I know I have very small selection, so I'm like, I know exactly what I have.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of activated charcoal. Dip it in here. Use it. Tap, 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 there, tap, tap. Put it out. Okay. Whoops. Did something fall? There we go. All fine. Oh. Here, I'll put it back since I know you said you needed some
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm gonna end up needing it right for Michael line.
Okay. Alright, so I got a white, a red, a black, a pink, Might need some more pink because this is looking a little light. That's pretty vibrant. And what other color? I'm probably going to need a brown for soap dough at some point. And a yellow. Do you still have the true yellow?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Yellow.
Awesome, thank you. Okay. And then I've got gingerbread brown, which is, for a brown, this is a very pretty brown, just to show everyone. That is a pretty brown. Caffeine Bunny, welcome to the stream. Do I know you from Telegram or someplace? Or did you just, trying to remember if I know you from someplace. If I do, yush, okay. Cool. Trying to remember.
Where's the gun?
Oh, temperature gun. Oh, I put it back under the bar. Here you go. Well, welcome to the stream, and I hope you enjoy your stay here and stuff. Right now I'm just measuring out some mica, which is a skin-safe colorant used in soap making. Okay, I'm gonna tip-tap that in there. There we go. Full beans. That's definitely going to be a nice brown. Gingerbread. I'm trying to think. Yeah, as I said, if I have any more batter, soap batter, then I'll make a bunch of different colors. Looks like I may actually right where I need. Thank God. Right, and then yellow. Ooh, I should probably also make green too, while I'm thinking of it. Oh wait, Caffeine. Are you my friendo from Maryland? Just curious.
Alright, I'm within 20 degrees. Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that should be
Do you
enough.
still need a stick blender?
Yeah, for mixing up the dough colors. But,
Do I have another? We'll see if my head will work.
okay.
I doubt it. Well, let's see. I don't have my base.
Oof. Yeah, we'll see if that works or not.
Nope, none of those.
Shoot. Okay. Do you need it right now? Because I could wait, probably. Here, let me mix up the white at first, because I know titanium dioxide, that you usually need a stick blender for. The other ones, I'll just kind of mix in by hand. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should probably get my scale for this. And then pop this in there. Come on. So we'll do like 5 ounces, so the white should be clean. Or 6 ounces. That works too. Flip. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more than 6 ounces. Yeah, it should be plenty. Soap dough. But white I figured would probably be the color I'm going to use the most, so. Alright, so. Go put the scale back underneath and the bar, workbench thingy. Then I'm going to blend this up. There we go. When you hear that snap, you're pretty much good to go. And now at this point, it doesn't matter if I get it really thick because soap dough. And plus titanium dioxide tends
To accelerate.
to thicken soap up anyway. And there we go, we have a nice bright white soap dough now. Yay. Okay. Here I'll scrape off the white so that you can use it next.
It's not good. The absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So,
Any questions? Oh, yeah, let me check the chat. There you go. Okay. Oh, okay, you are my friend from Maryland. Hi, I'm so glad that you're here. Sweet. But anyway, yeah, let me bring the white soap dough over. Now that I've completed it, you can see it's a nice bright white. How long have you been making soaps? I've been making, I'm trying to think, because I know I started making Bath and Body products.
what did Chef say?
Oh.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yep.
Oh.
And
We started about the same time, didn't we?
I think so, because I know that I started making bath bombs in 2014. Yeah, it was at the end of 2014 I was making bath bombs. Because I remember I held off for about a year, I want to say, so maybe like 2015, so... Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been about 6-ish years now? Dang. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember exactly when I started, because when I first started making bath bombs and like, I also started with solid perfumes too.
Yes, that's what you were doing when I started.
Yep, because I was actually afraid to make any soaps, because when I first started I was not the only furry Bath and Body product maker. There's also my friend Sky. And
Take a look at this book. Tell me if this looks the most fun. I can't
Okay.
100% tell.
One
It's been so
second.
long since I've-
I'll continue that train of thought in a
I can
moment.
see traces of like oil slips on top. I just want to make sure.
That looks emulsified to me. Yeah, that looks good. So, but
Safe, sorry. Second pair of eyes, never.
exactly. Here, let me just
yeah.
do that real quick. Let me move this out of the way since I'm not using it.
Let's not
Yeah.
dump a whole bag of yellow mica.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Right?
Here, yeah, let me just move this bucket aside, because turns out I don't need it. But anyway, but yeah, so when I first started, I was hesitant.
If the mold exists, which they do, it can be done.
Yes, I can do that. Actually, okay, I'll go back to my original story in a moment, but I do have a very funny story involving booby soap. Because someone once told me that I should make a cast of my boobs for some soap or whatever. And I remember I absolutely lost it. I cracked up laughing because I'm like, do you have any idea how much soap that would make? I'm like, not even doing my own horn or anything, but I'm like, how much would I even charge for something like that? Jeez. And then I got a funny, absolutely. Oh, he says, yay! And he says, okay, that's a lot of material. Yeah, so anyway. But yeah, so I got this hilarious idea at one point. Oh, I'll wait till you're done blending. But yeah, I got this hilarious idea at one point of making jelly soap that was boob shaped, and I'm like, if I made jelly soap that was in the shape of my boobs, I'm like, that would be an astronomical, like, just price margin or something.
I know.
And then I joked, and I'm like, if I sold that at a convention, and, or whatever, I'm like, that'd be bad, because then I said the good news would be that no one at the convention would stink, but I said then they'd have people's biological material clogging up the drains, because they'd be using that in the shower. And oh gosh, I remember who was it? Oh yeah, I think it was. Oh cool, but yeah,
it's definitely half of what I was intending, or no, a quarter what I was intending to put in. Color-wise,
Okay, so my friend Caffeine says, I have seen these molds for soap. Lewd soaps would be so epic. Yeah, I agree. I do have one mold at the moment that's of a topless, or actually is she naked? She's this little cow, and I remember seeing this like little anthropomorphic cow on Etsy. And so I remember I spent way too much money getting this mold from the Netherlands. And I still have to use it for soap and everything, but I was just like, yeah. So like I love this little like titty cow mold that I got. And so then here's the pink. It's still not fully emulsified, or the color that I want it to be, so I'm gonna add more color and try to whisk it in. But anyway. But yeah, so I could definitely make a boob soap to answer that question.
That just makes him happy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. But yeah, I just love that idea of just being like, I could make an entire convention not stink, but at what cost? Oh gosh.
I need to figure out something to put all this extra soap in. And then,
Yeah, that's a mood.
yeah, that is. Let's see what mold I got floating around. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and it's gonna be a freaking. It's either gonna be awesome,
Put that there for
or a
now.
disaster.
Okay, this pink
Pour.
is starting to look the way I want it to.
So is this?
Let's see. Oh, Chef Handsome says they are my fave things, especially when attached to amazing. Aww, that's so sweet. Here, let me grab my whisk. Use the whisk to incorporate it instead of just using my chopstick. Which, even though one of my favorite food tubers, Uncle Rogers, he's always talking about. He's like, don't use whisk. He's like, just use chopsticks and everything. In this case, the whisk definitely is working a little bit better than the chopstick. Just not gonna tell my friend Kevin, because Kevin is one of my Chinese friends, and he always mixes with chopsticks. But yeah. Okay, so I've got the pink mixed up all nice and everything. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay, so that's still floating. Good.
I'm just gonna put a lid. Where did I put the lid? Oh, the lids are over here. Okay. Gonna put a lid on the pink.
There is a funnel. Maybe. No. I need a smaller funnel to do this because this is going to make a fucking mess.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I might have a smaller funnel somewhere. Where? I'm not exactly sure, but I
I know,
probably have
and
it.
I know me. I know this. If I attempt to do this, it's gonna make a mess.
I'm mixing the red real quick. Then I'm gonna pour the red in. I'm glad that this batter has stayed pretty darn fluid, and I'm very happy of that.
And that's what I'm afraid of right now. But
You know what? Mixing.
black is over here. This is gonna be a priority.
Okay.
Priority number 1 is getting this situated now. You stay. Don't make messes. You can't have a mess right now.
Yeah.
So we'll do this.
Might need a little bit more of the Trial by Fire red. Because, yeah, the red is starting to come along nicely. Oh, let's see. Dr. Squatch is doing Star Wars soaps. Oh, I have a funny story about Dr. Squatch soaps. Because I was explaining Dr. Squatch to one of my guy friends. I think I actually have a YouTube video of this. And he got so mad at Dr. Squatch because they put sand in one of their soaps. I don't know if it's all their soaps, but at least one of the soaps, they put sand in it. And he went on like a 10-minute tirade about like what an atrocity against humanity it was that Dr. Squatch put freaking sand in their soap. And I'm like, but it's not unheard of. And he's like, but still, he's like, you wouldn't light a baby on fire, so why would you put sand in your soap? And he was so mad.
Sand is a decent exfoliant.
Yeah, it is.
Why? I feel like using hummus.
Yeah, it's not a bad exfoliant. Yeah, Chef Handsome said the same thing. it's not a bad thing, especially if you're someone like my mom. My mom, we joke and we say she has rhino skin. And so she likes a lot of exfoliant, kind of like putting loofah and like what mechanics use.
Yeah.
To wash their hands and everything. So it's not unheard of. It was just funny how mad he got at Dr. Squatch just because of that. But it's cool that they're doing Star Wars soaps. And yeah, Caffeine said, I just noticed Baby Yoda sitting back there. Soap liquid kind of looks like tomato soup. Oh yeah! Yeah, the red soap dough that I'm working on.
And my red too, that's sitting right there.
Oh yeah! Yeah, that definitely looks kind of tomato soupy. So I'm going to add a little bit more mica to this. And really, I should be using a colorant, or not, what am I saying, a colorant, a scoop, or like a teaspoon measure, so I'm trying to do this, but currently we can't find them. Knowing me, I probably brought them upstairs and washed them, and they're probably sitting next to the sink, and I forgot to bring them down here. Knowing me, but it's okay. As long as I get this to a decent color eventually, that's the important part. I'm so glad I put parchment paper down first because we just made an almighty mess, but that's the essence of soap making, is making an almighty mess.
Oh god, yeah. That's about to be me too.
Yep. So here's the red. Red's looking really good. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful red. Is it all incorporated? That's one of the things I definitely like about having... Oh, what's going on?
Whoa, because I was going to use my mini mix to mix my 4 colors.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to work.
Oopsies.
And that's not going to work.
Get there. Alright.
So I'm attempting
So
to
now
at
I'm going to
least
put the lid on the red.
horribly contaminate all of my other colors.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't think so. Adapt.
Ah, I see. Okay. So
When plan 1 don't work, you adapt.
exactly.
Especially with this.
Alright, so here's the pink. And here's the red. And I should probably make a video when I do the squishing, because when you make soap dough, one of the things that you have to do after you mix it up and let it sit for 24 hours is you have to take it out of the mold or the little
Light is
container.
dark and still right, so that's what
Yep.
I'm doing.
Right.
The rest of this.
Yeah, let me mix this yellow in to the soap dough. Back to using the chopstick for now, because red is darker than yellow usually, so yeah. That's okay. What's funny? What made you laugh? Yeah, it does look kind of like pudding. That's kind of... Here, let me take these goggles off because they keep falling into my eyes. And it's a little annoying right now. And plus the soap is past, like, the super duper dangerous phase at this point. At least mine is. So, yeah. Yeah, the different stages of trace, as we call it. Oh, the Sasquatch... Oh, yeah, the Squatch soap thing. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to find that YouTube video in a little bit. And I'm going to post it because it's just so freaking funny how angry he got about the sand and the soap thing. And I was just laughing about it for ages, just about how mad he got.
Oh.
Mixy. Oh, that is a nice green.
Oh, this is a nice green, but you see how thick this shit is?
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, it has soap on a stick, but that's because it's a 20-degree difference.
Yeah.
Which, not for nothing, it's not the end of the world because I needed to do layers.
Yeah.
But still.
I gotcha. But yeah, as I was saying, with the different like phases of trace, they say that light trace, which is like how set up the soap is getting, light trace is like a thin pudding. This is a light to medium trace.
And
which,
I'm at heavy trace right now.
yeah, you are at like thick custard, which I've been there before too. You can work through it and everything. It's not impossible, but it can be a little bit of a butt. Need help with anything over there? Or?
I'm going to need help when I do the layers in about a second.
Okay. Fair enough. Here, I'm going to move this aside real quick.
Yeah, that was show them this green because this will morph. Right now, greens do a thing of evil. They look like shit. Oh, sorry. You mix them in the oils, they look gorgeous. Then they look like shit, and then they look gorgeous again. It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's something that happens with a lot of green micas.
So I'm not even right now stressing that this green looks like
Yeah, it's kind of murky.
and vomit.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm stressing about is that I'm literally at thick pudding.
Oh, yeah.
But I know I can work through it.
Indeed. But yeah, here's my yellow. I'm also probably going to make an orange, too, if I can. Okay, yellow, and then I'll get another one for the orange. Because one of the soaps that I've been meaning to make for literally like at least a year or two is this one quote-unquote soap sona, which is basically someone's persona but as soap. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And, I may need cheesy poof for this actually.
Cheesy poof. They're all the little Michaels are sitting over in that
Oh,
little
okay.
corner.
I think I see cheesy poof because cheesy poof is hard to miss.
Oh, yeah.
For anyone who hasn't seen cheesy poof, this is cheesy poof.
It literally looks like the cheese dust that's on your hands.
Yeah,
No
pretty much.
exaggeration.
It does. Okay, Caffeine says, actually that looked like Gumby Massacred green, at least to me. Gumby Massacred. That's amazing. I love that.
This actually, I'm looking at this green, it looks like... I'm gonna... It's looking like poop green. Legitimately baby poop green.
Yeah, I was tempted to say that, but I didn't want to gross anyone out.
Nope. There's no such thing as grossing out with this. Alright, top this off.
Okay, so
Tap, tap, tap.
I'm going to try this
This.
a little bit. Rubbing alcohol.
See how thick this is getting. Yeah, that's not good. Yep. Tension number 1 is not going to happen. Alright.
So I'm going to pour some of this in to make some orange. Yeah, mine is starting to thicken up just a little bit, which isn't bad because, as I said, I'm making soap dough, so needs to be thick.
Where's mine?
Thick.
Well, this, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah, yours is kind of dummy thick at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not going to get layers. There's no way I'm getting layers out of this.
Oh,
At
man.
this point, I'm almost positive.
I mean, unless you do a flip-flop type of thing.
That's what I'm going to do, but I'm still not going to get good layers. That's... It happens. You got a minute to...
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I just need the liner to be held at this
Oh,
point.
okay. Yeah, I can hold the liner. That's no
I
problem.
can't deal with glosses either at this point. Trying to figure out how we're going to finagle getting this.
Yeah, I need to get clips for this liner.
I think I may have some at work that could work for you. I'm not using them.
Okie dokie. Okay, so. Yeah, plus this, the only thing that is annoying with this mold is that it's so narrow.
Yeah, but that's the tall and skinny, which is what I kind of wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Which is my doing. It's sad that I haven't made soap in forever, but I knew the temperature being a 20-degree difference was going to do this. I knew it. But I had no choice. I couldn't. I just feel like I had a choice. I just didn't want to wait any
Yeah,
longer.
that's understandable. Yeah, because sometimes it takes lye water forever in a day to
Yeah.
cool down.
Yeah, it does. So let's
Okay,
tap
yeah.
it.
I
Just
see
gotta get
that.
tapped down.
Okay. Tamp it down.
Actually, got a corner that doesn't have some.
Yeah. Leveled out. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, so this is gonna literally be some this yellow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to plop this in nice.
Yeah, go on flip flop. Oh Oh yeah, my orange is actually starting to get really thick. Yep, look at this cheesy poof. That is orange. That is a true orange, and I think I'm going to add more to this because it's kind of concentrated at the moment.
That also means that I can't do the, I was going to do the black mica line, but there's no way.
Man.
I want to get this done. I don't want to chance the, you just do a black mica line.
Yeah, I'll get a spatula. There we go. Spatula's looking a lot better. Yeah, what happened to you there is kind of what happened to me one time when I tried the heat transfer method. It was just kind of a pain in the butt. English.
I mean, if you don't mind
Cheat orange, yep.
accelerating,
Uh-huh.
it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Cheeto orange. Ugh.
I mean, this is the right consistency for what I want to get. Let's be honest. This is perfect for layers.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually
Oh, yeah.
perfect consistency for layers.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was saying a little bit earlier was that I've had this thing that I wanted to make soap dough for. Was this one friend who has this cat Sona, and a lot of people ask her, "Are you grill?" And so,
Sorry.
as part of that literal grill joke, because that's her Twitter handle is literal grill, she tends to have her persona drawn a lot as. Oh, does someone say something?
No.
Okay.
I just double checking.
Oh, okay. Alright. But, what was I saying? But yeah, so she tends to have her cat Sona drawn as like a charcoal grill, kinda. So I was thinking that what I could do, because she wanted me to make a soap based on her and her persona and everything. What I was thinking of doing was making like a little soap dough cat head, and then making some soap dough flames, and making like little soapy cupcakes that look like little charcoal grills.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. And I know she wanted like a combination, like a sweet scent, but kind of like a campfire scent for the grill and everything. And I was like, I could have so much fun with this. And I could just need to make soap dough. Oops. Okay, so Cheesy Poof is. Wow. Do you need any more help with pouring or anything? Or are you good?
Take a look.
Okay.
Like I said, this is just a plop.
Yeah, flip flop. Good job.
It just makes layering easier.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a cheesy poof. Did I get everything incorporated? I'm gonna scrape the bottom a little bit more, just to be on the safe side. Scraping the bottom. There we go. I'm gonna scrape the sides too. There we go. Cheesy poof. Has a little few flecks, but not the end of the world.
Alright, this is. Let's
There we go. Okay.
this. But this is yet.
Uh-oh. Yeah, if you need to clear something off.
I'm just gonna process and figure out stuff.
Okay.
Alright, I want to get this black that's already awesome. Just there's a stick too.
See? Oh my god, that's so creative and imaginative with that idea. Thanks. I like to think that I have my moments of being creative and stuff, so okay. Now moving on to the gingerbread brown.
Oh. Cauldron black bars.
Cauldron black bars? Oh!
Cool.
Okay.
Because I mean, I had extra batter and I should have realized this was a lot of extra batter. I should have only done 4 pounds of oils. I had this problem, I forget that that's oil weight, not total weight.
Yeah.
When I do a lot of things and I calculate. It's the same thing when I made my cheesecake recipe last year. I calculated cheese weight, which is not a bad thing. And I forgot that there's other stuff that goes into it. So when I made my first batch, I'm like, I've got a lot extra. I'm like, oh yeah, that cheese weight's only 2/3 of the weight. So I overestimated all the stuff that I needed by a drastic amount.
Oh no!
But it worked out that I had more. I'd always rather have more than enough than not enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, that's just a small of my big things.
Yeah. Okay, this brown is looking very nice. Cause yeah, I think it was the chocolate brown that turned kind of weird at one point, whereas this one stayed pretty true when I made my tanuki soap. Yeah, that one, I remember that the gingerbread brown was nice and tried and true. It didn't steer me wrong, but for some annoying reason, the chocolate brown, which see, here's the gingerbread, the chocolate brown turned gray in the top layer, and I was like, what? I'm like, maybe I didn't add enough colorant. I don't know. I remember it was getting pretty thick because that was a layered soap. Actually, I have a bar of that over there, so I can show everyone in a moment.
Messy container number 1 is done.
Yay!
Now I'm just hoping that, I mean, I literally only put this to thin trace too before I poured that
Yeah.
off, because, and it has no fragrance in it. Because I want it, it's fine. I mean, once I get the fragrance in, it's definitely going to thin it back out.
Yes.
But,
Here we go. Maybe it thought it was real chocolate. Aw.
maybe.
So here, I'm gonna mix up the black now. I say black for last for a reason.
It goes everywhere.
Oh yeah. And it's the darkest, naturally, so.
You always lightest to darkest.
Yep.
If possible. Now, let's cross my fingers that this next process
Remainder.
work. Over here, I lock my
Scrapey, scrapey.
scrapey my containing.
Yep. Yeah, this is a fairly medium-sized container. I was gonna say it's not really a large container. It's
Not compared to what Katie does.
oh yeah. Is it just water that the stick blender's chilling in
Yes.
at the moment? Okay. Are you done with the stick blender?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay.
Worst case, I'm gonna figure out how to get the little batches figured out, because I was really hoping that would stay fluid for me to get everything done, because I got to fragrance that too.
Oh, got 5 viewers at the moment. Hi, new viewers. Feel free to chat in the chat and introduce yourself. Say how you found the stream. And yeah, if you want to lurk, that's fine too. much out of here as I can. Because I know black will probably be
let's see.
Oh no!
I'm having deja vu vibes to when we did
Butterbeer? Yeah, because I remember your recipe for butterbeer and that fragrance and everything. That was memorable. Because I know that when we did the umbrage soap, that riced.
Did it rice?
Yep, I remember specifically because I had never seen ricing before, and I remember you're like, oh, here we go, it's ricing.
It's getting thinner back out, which is not.
And just for anyone in the chat who's wondering, ricing is when you add a fragrance oil to the soap batter, and it literally makes it look like you have rice granules in your soap batter. It's very weird.
Majority of the time, if it rises to an okay state, you can work it out with stick butter.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be worked out.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, it's a cosmetic thing technically.
Yeah.
And you have lumps in it, and you have fragrance in the lumps. It's not. Cosmos does not. Go ahead.
Science.
For science.
For science. My friend Pancake loves saying that. Science. For science. Buzz this out so we can.
Cloud Kingdom is going to be a really pretty color mix. All berry.
Whoopsie daisies. Okay.
I like all berry.
Actually, I'll just leave it there. Because I think the consistency that this is at is pretty thick as is. So I don't think I'll need to buzz it too much. Did I get it fully incorporated? Yeah. The black thankfully got nicely incorporated. Not mad at this black at all. It's very light.
It doesn't. And I mean, I put an okay amount in there.
Huh.
I don't even.
Does it settle on the bottom or anything?
No, look at it.
Huh. That is strange. Okay. Oh,
I mean, I
so
can
here's
see it
the
on
black.
side. I can
And
see it on the side of the container,
that's
like mixed in.
for now.
So, this is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, let's see. Caffeine said, did you say butterbeer? I just got a 4-pack of the soda. Ooh, where did you get the soda from? And yes, Kyrstie in the past has... Oh, only problem, no lids to keep from spilling them. Huh, okay. That's cool. But, what was I going to say?
So yes, originally, not originally,
A local grocery store. Okay.
I'm a fandom-based soaps is my thing. The bars that I worked on tonight is a redo of my Harry Potter one. Actually, and the coloring is off. It's when I redo this, and this bar is 5 years old plus. It's red, yellow, blue, green is the layering, and it's a tall rather than the wide. So when I cut this week, it should come out good. But this is a Hogwarts one. It just smells freaking amazing. I've done a Butterbeer one, which that fragrance decides to be evil.
Yeah.
The fragrance one on that is pure evil, I think. If I remember, Ari does have one that I'm going to probably try.
Yep.
The next time I make that one because Butterbeer is my favorite. And then the plan and the intention next week, especially with me doing all of this crazy mixing. Do you have popsicle sticks by any chance?
Yeah, I do. Somewhere around here. Where exactly, I don't know, but I do have popsicle sticks.
My intention next
Hi,
week,
by the
which
way,
is
I'm just sitting
why
down.
I have a lot of the little color samples working now, which is why I made a bigger batch. And that's what this is, all uncolored, unscented.
Caffeine wants to know why it's pure evil, that Butterbeer fragrance.
So, the smell is amazing. The smell, it was a custom blend that I made of a pumpkin caramel, apple caramel. Smells amazing. However, one of the two fragrance oils causes separation and acceleration like a motherfucker. And there's no, I can't even say anything. It will make the batter go so fast. You get fragrance seepage, so you can't. And the whole thing. And I had a Butterbeer in my bag too, and I was gonna bring it, and I didn't. So the Butterbeer, the whole design of the Butterbeer is a tall and skinny, just like what we had for what I did tonight, but with a frosted top. Now also 5 years ago, when I started doing this, only Katie from Royalty Soaps was doing frosted at the time. It was a brand new thing out there.
Yep.
So, but it makes it look like you got this gorgeous brown color. It was a solid brown soap, and then it had the piping on top and with glitter, and then a little bit of glitter on top. And then once I redo it, it's going to have a straw in it. It's going to look like a gorgeous drink. However, the fragrance oil made it very difficult to work with in anything more than like a 1 pound, so 1 or 2 pound batches, because it accelerates so fast.
Yeah, like that thick pudding consistency that soap is at right now.
It had to bring it.
Yeah, if you could bring it over the camera,
so this
you
is.
can see.
Okay. We
That's
only
kind
made
of what
this.
it looked like.
This was made. You saw how long it took. This was made, and that happened almost instantly once the fragrance went in.
Yep.
And that's a fragrance acceleration. It is a thing that does happen. Fragrances tend to do one of two things to your soaps. They accelerate or decelerate, trace. So you tend to work with it. It's one of the major things that can happen. Now, so it made it difficult for me. And it still makes it difficult for me to say, do I want to go to my original design and have to make smaller batches and work quickly and work around the issue, or find something that smells just as good to it and gives me more working time and makes it less stressful to soap. Because I love the design, I love the color.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
It smells wonderful too.
Yeah. I'm proud of that blend. I'm proud of it. It was when I made that batch of soap 5 years ago, and I should have been making soap this entire last 5 years, but life gets in the way. And I can't run a business. I'm gonna run a business, there's too many life things going on. Which I'm gonna now push most of those life things aside too, start to do it because it makes me happy. Yeah. But regardless, I was working with fragrances that a friend had given me from doing candles that she was no longer doing, which is where I got those two from. Or stuff that I had used because I was wanting to make lotions and scrubs. So it was stuff that I had a lot on hand, and I was messing with stuff I had, colors I had. And that's, when you start out, that's exactly what happens. You get small things and you work with what you had. So it's a live and learn thing too. But it hurts when you have a love, you want to love it, but you have the issues with it.
Exactly. And sometimes it's weird because one fragrance can work perfectly fine in one recipe, and then in another recipe it can totally misbehave.
Oh yeah.
And so sometimes it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like there's this one, here I'm going to share 2 YouTube videos real quick. One is going to be Gabriel freaking out over the sand soap. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Gabriel's sandy soap rant. Here, I'm just going to play this in the background while I share it. Here, I'm going to pause the lo-fi just for a moment so you can all enjoy Gabriel ranting about sandy soap. It's just like a minute long.
Okay, everyone! Targeted soap! Targeted soap! It is soap! Ciao.
Okay, so just for some context here, I was looking on the Dr. Squat website to try to find out why my friend Zyros here had an allergic reaction to the soap. And my friend Gabriel here had some very wise words that he wanted to share with all of you. Gabriel, can you share that again?
Go ahead. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this and preface it with put a hamster or a cat or a baby in the microwave, right?
Right.
Wouldn't stab yourself anywhere in the body. So why, in the holy name of our Lord and Savior, why would you put sand and soap? You don't put sand and soap. I don't care what you could say. It's holy soap blessed by Jesus himself. Okay, cool. But do not put it in my soap. You don't put sand in soap. You don't put sand in soap. What's wrong with you people?
Oh my God, I can't. Oh God.
Well, I'm saying don't put sand in soap.
Is there a reason?
It's because it's weird.
Oh shit. Ah, my computer died. No. Okay, yeah. So that was just what I captured of Gabriel's soap rant. So there's that. But yeah, so Caffeine said, so deceleration takes longer. Also, the ingredients part makes me think cooking. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities between cooking.
Yeah,
and
deceleration takes longer.
Yep. Because if it makes it more fluid, then it doesn't set up nearly as fast. Which that's usually a good thing if you're doing something intricate. If you're doing something that requires a little bit more consistency, then it's a pain. And Caffeine can't breathe from laughing too hard. And Chef Handsome says, I can cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you cook well.
You cook very well.
And I'm gonna find another YouTube video from Desert Cloud Soapworks, because she made this one video that had one of the best instances, because usually floral fragrances make soap do what's called seizing, which is basically what.
And I think that's actually what that did. I don't think it accelerated. I think that fragrance seized almost.
Yep.
When we did Butterbeer.
Yep. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna share real quick. Chef Handsome says, thank you, lovies. No problem. It's the truth. I just speak the truth. So yeah. And so here's the second YouTube video that's from Desert Cloud Soapworks. And she has this one, I think it's called Night Blooming or Midnight Jasmine or something like that. Here, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit into her video, because she explains. I just want to because I know it's a jasmine of some sort. Tutorial. Yep, cold process soap seizing. Because florals for whatever reason.
Hi, welcome to AZ Suds. My name is Maria. I'm the owner of the company. We also have the other co-owner of the company, Diane, which just happens to be my mom. She's
Here, I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Today I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you use a fragrance oil and it causes seizing of your batter.
Because that's when you really have to
I am going to be able
move fast to get in the mold.
Save my mixture so I can press it into soaps really quick, because it is going to seize on me. I've already had this happen to this particular fragrance oil, and but I will be able to save it. You can save your soap,
yes,
as long as you don't let it seize too much before you get it in the mold.
Exactly.
So I've already heated up my oils here. I got my lye water cooling down in the garage.
I need to figure out how to share my screen
and I'll
at
show
some
you exactly
point.
what
That's
happens. The fragrance oil that I've had a problem with seizing with is jasmine. Now, granted, this particular fragrance oil might work great for other people's concoctions of oils. I use a blend of olive, coconut, and soybean oils, and it all depends on the ratio. Every other fragrance I've used so far has been fine. It's just a fragrance that is jasmine. It's not.
Which that's mostly kind of liquidy oil, so I'm kind of Yeah, so if even in a mostly liquid recipe, if a fragrance oil seizes in that, then yeah, that's a fast mover. That's what we call ones that tend to do that. Caffeine says, I made homemade mango salsa last week. I love cooking new ideas. That sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I love mango. And mango salsa is, oh, yes. Chef's kiss.
I made.
If I'm not. As I almost trip over my bar stool. Because, by the way, if anyone knows or has a good suggestion for bar stools that are tall and are made to accommodate a wider butt than like this one does, that would be amazing. Chef Handsome says Kyrstie made a pineapple chutney. Ooh.
Oh, that was freaking amazing.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, that was.
Amazeballs. Ooh. Okay.
I had pork chops that night and I didn't want applesauce.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, what goes good with pork chop? Pineapple. What pineapple do I want to do? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it makes me think of like the honey baked hams that have like little pineapple rings on them.
That's exactly what I was
Oh yeah, like something right out of like a 1960s cookbook type of thing. Oh yes. That sounds amazing. But trying to think. Oh yeah, that actually. On the topic of like fruit and meat together, that reminds me of when binging with Babish, when Babish made the Game of Thrones wild game pie. And shoot, no, Katie, not right now. I just got a notification for Royalty Soaps.
You mean you weren't there at 3:30 on the dot to watch the new video today? It's collection day.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
release
her soap
day.
release day. Oh my god. Okay.
See? That just shows the nerd that I am of how much I adore Katie. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a 2nd.
Mhm.
I got a notification too that said Royalty Soaps had said something. And I'm like,
Mhm.
2:30. I'm like, it's 2:30? Nothing's up. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's not 2:30 her time yet.
Yeah.
I was like,
that time difference is a little bit of a pain.
It's only an hour. It's not bad, but still, it's like, oops,
exactly.
Time difference.
Here, let me get in the shot for now. But yeah, Chef Handsome says, did she say nipple rings? No, I said pineapple rings.
Get your mind out of the gutter, please.
But then his mind might be homeless if he gets it out of the gutter.
Yeah, he would be homeless if he got his mind out of the gutter.
That's what I say a lot of the times, where it's like, I can't get my mind out of the gutter because then my mind won't have a home.
Alright, let's see.
Okay. And then Caffeine is cracking up laughing. And then Chef Handsome says, oh, okay, fact. He said, y'all know me.
Yes, we do. Oh, where's the paper towels? There they are.
There they are, yeah.
I had to test the sugar scrub that I made a little bit. It's
Ooh, how is it?
not bad.
Cool.
Well, I'll know better once I put water with it to see how it
Yeah.
emulsifies out, but
Okay, doke.
consistency isn't that bad.
Nice.
I was really afraid that it was when I put the oils in mixed with the sugar, the scrubs stuff, that it was gonna be too thin. It actually came out to the perfect consistency. Quite happy about it.
Can you bring it to the camera? Show them.
So, emulsified sugar, sugar, baking soda, and salt scrub for cleaning, all-purpose scrub, and it's nice.
Yeah.
So this was a
good for elbows and legs and stuff like that.
good for getting sticky gunk off hands, which is what this is gonna be tested on
Oh yeah.
this week. Have a lay with me, because I've been making resin pieces and doing the silly thing of touching resin with resin being hands, and it just bad me. But so I want to try a small batch, 100-gram batch out to see how it is, because I had a really nice emulsified sugar scrub that I had made years ago, and I'm like, I want to try new recipes. I want to perfect what I have while I have the time to do it and make things perfect, because I do want to relaunch again my Bath and Body stuff beginning of 2022, February, March, hopefully. Cross my fingers.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers. So that means stuff that I don't have good recipes on, or the other bad thing is that I had and it was a slacker's way of making a lotion. I hate to say it. It was a pre-made base, and the company that I was buying from doesn't make it anymore at all. So I have to now reformulate, make a whole new one from scratch, which is fine.
Yeah.
It gives me more customization. So it's me spending time getting some of those things perfected. And it's the great thing about me helping Ari on Saturday nights is that I can do both. I can do stuff that makes me extremely happy and help her out, and it's all fun. Woohoo! So
Thumbs up.
that's why the mess of two.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun when we're done cleaning up. Oh my god.
Yeah, good thing I have a lot of vinegar just chilling over here.
Well, this isn't even vinegar time to finish it. It's just the amount
True.
of soap everywhere.
Yep. Indeed.
You know. Actually, where's the green man? That one?
But yeah, and we got Baby Yoda,
Maybe
Grogu looking. He's our supervisor for the night,
Yes.
and we also have Plague Nurse too.
So, remember the green? Actually, see the greens? How icky it looks. Like it's hard to see now. Actually, let's see if I can bring over the loaf. The green's on top. Actually, and it's thick enough where I'm not worried. So, see this green? Icky green.
Yeah,
This icky green started from
pretty green. Two pretty greens.
two very pretty greens. See the camera. This green
Green
here,
vibrance.
which is a very beautiful green, and then deepened with a little bit of this, which is a blackish green.
Yep.
So it should go back to what it's supposed to be once it cures out tomorrow. Thank God.
Yeah, green vibrance. That one I know tends to go back. So
And the blackish green, worst case, it has a little bit of a change. I kind of wanted it to be a dirtier green anyway.
Kevin says, "Ew, now it looks like mashed peas in the container."
Yeah.
That it does.
That's the fun
That it
thing
does.
about this stuff is you get all these fun things that happen with it.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh, actually, yeah. While I'm up, let me go grab a bar of the Tanuki Boss soap, so you can see what happened with one of the browns that I have. Because, yep, here we have. Yeah, this is the gingerbread brown that I made some soap dough with. Then there's the dark one here is chocolate brown. And then this is gingerbread brown again. And then if you look at the top, this gray is actually chocolate brown. It just, for some strange reason, it turned gray. And it never turned back. And I was like, what? I'm like, okay, this is like a Tanuki elder now. And then, yeah, and then it's weird because I think on top, I think that's also chocolate brown. And it cooperated there. Like, go figure. I don't even, that was definitely a soap
You
brown
used
one.
cheesy poop tonight, didn't you already? Because look at how awesome that.
Oh, yeah.
I love this color. Hey, cheesy poop. Cheesy poop is an awesome color. It's, oh, I love neons.
Same.
Neons and soap, just, oh.
Oh, yeah, especially if they go a little pastel in some soaps, like if you add titanium dioxide to them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had made, so, and I had to stop doing this. When I originally started designing stuff years ago, we're going 2016, for the lot of soaps, I was very heavily Harry Potter inspired. I had the Umbridge, which, where's the voodoo color? You pull it up. Oh, voodoo, right here. Oh, great mix. So, that soap had a a floral that didn't accelerate. Yeah, we had no issues with that one. It was it smelled like the Olay cold cream. And
yeah.
yes,
I have that fragrance actually.
Specifically, I
Classic
bought that
cream.
fragrance for it because it had the right notes. But it was this was the color. Yeah, camera.
Yeah.
And so we used Voodoo, which is a beautiful pink, and it was an ombre.
Oh yeah.
Did that one. We had the Butterbeer, Potion Master, which Potion Master is another one that I have not a love-hate relationship with. I love the fragrance. I love all the thing about it. The one thing I don't like about it is that one of the key components is a essential oil one, which makes the fragrance oils more expensive. So it's the one soap that I make that is actually more expensive. But again, it's an amazing fragrance. It's got it's a citrus flower. It was a cactus flower or citrus flower. I think it was called a cactus flower or something. Yeah. Essential oil blend, which it had lemon, orange in it, tea tree, and a little bit of peppermint. There we go. Those four together are amazing. You cannot find it. I have yet to find a fragrance oil blend that's got citruses mixed with the tea tree, and the tea tree has that very medicinal smell to it, which just sets the Potion Master soap. It's just what makes it. On top of the fragrance oil that I had put in it, which was a frankincense and myrrh. Oh, it's amazing. The fragrance smells amazing. I love it. The essential oil. And I can't find a fragrance oil, or I've yet to find a fragrance oil that comes close to it. And it's expensive, but it's worth it. Yes, that was. It was inspired by Snape. I did not want to, and I had, again, bad luck. I think I just had designed the soap months before Alan Rickman passed. It was right when I came across it. I did not, when it comes to Harry Potter stuff, you deal with copyright infringement heavily. Warner Brothers takes it very, very seriously. I don't go near that. I try to do my stuff inspired and try not to use copyrighted words.
Yeah.
To the point where I actually will religiously look at copyrights to see what stuff is labeled, what is considered copyrighted out when it comes to the Harry Potter designs, because I don't want to chance that.
Which I actually did make one Harry Potter inspired item, which was the dirigible plum pudding with soap. Which, Caffeine, if I recall correctly, you wanted this, correct? The dirigible plum pudding? This one was a lot of fun, because I was like, if I'm going to do something Harry Potter inspired, it's going to be Luna Lovegood, because I love Luna.
Yeah, Luna's awesome. Luna's one of my favorites by far. She said yes. She wants the dirigible plum.
Okie dokie.
So, I did that one. It was all for a fair that we were doing. So we had that one. We had those three Harry Potter ones. I also did a Dementor, which I still have the fragrance oil from, is a decayed rainforest, which smelled
very earthy,
a little floral, and it was perfect. It wasn't too masculine, it wasn't too feminine, and it didn't smell bleh either. But it did smell just earthy enough where it could be something Dementor inspired.
Yeah, basically, to me, because I have some decayed rainforest over on the shelf, to me it smells kind of like how leaves start to smell when they start to return to the earth and everything, and they start to become part of the dirt.
Yeah.
Or like composting, kind of.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
I had that one. I did who is hands down my most favorite character in the entire series, and fight me if you tell me that this character is not the best. I am sorry. Tonks.
Tonks is adorable.
Fight me. Please. Tonks is awesome. She is the best Hufflepuff ever.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond all doubt. She is my favorite. Absolutely love her. So, her soap, it was a neon rainbow soap, and it smelled like bubblegum. Could not have been better for her. Absolutely love that one. But I have to be careful of that. I'm not a Harry Potter shop, as much as I would love to be. I don't want to pigeonhole myself there. I love all fandoms, all geekiness. I am a major Sailor Moon nerd, first and foremost. Sailor Moon, Harry Potter, Disney. In that order most days. So, like, I have a lot of other stuff that's a lot of other fandoms, and I don't want to overrun my core collection, because I will when I run up. Yes, she is. She
changing hair. Oh, yep.
Changes the hair color, can change appearance, can do all of that. Awesome, fun character.
Don't call me Nymphadora.
Zora.
Yes.
So, bleh. Like, I know I will once I start. I'll have my core collection that stays, and then I will rotate through other ones. And as of right now, I'm pretty sure the way I'm going to end up doing my three main Harry Potter ones that stay in, or on a rotating stay in, I should say, because I'm going to keep one Harry Potter in stock at all times, and the 3 that are going to rotate out, I may, with this edition, may end up going back and doing Tonks again as a 4th. But Butterbeer, Potion Master, Hogwarts are going to be the 4 main, or the 3 main, that I'm going to do a batch, it sells out, it's going to just get rotated through. Because I enjoy heavily my Harry Potter stuff. They were my first loves when I started. They were the first soaps I started to design. And the fragrances and everything about it. So, but I do like a lot of the other fandoms that I've come up with stuff for. I've got a huge amount of different ones I want to do. I've got a Baby Yoda one that I want to do.
Oh, who's calling me? Oh, it's my mom.
I'm gonna do a Fortnite one soon because that's been something that since the quarantine started I got heavily into. And I actually have just found an amazing fragrance oil that I want to use. Went back to my list after last week and looked through everything. And I had one that I thought I wanted to use. But of course, naturally, Ari has a better one that I think I'm definitely going to use for that. But that's just right now me messing around. But I know I'm going to end up, when I put my shop up, I'm going to have lotions, bath bombs, all the fun stuff. Because I just have to. I love that stuff. So, but last week, on a spur of a moment, I made Chocolate Frog solid lotion bars, and Impatient Me also didn't wait for them to be fully cured, and I kind of set up, and I started snapping off the legs on my frogs, but I like that. So the fun of crafting and making just makes me happy. Especially playing with all the pretty colors and fragrances that we have. You can't go wrong. Let's see, what else is there to get done or worked on? Yeah, that's one of the fun things too about me doing a lot of fandom stuff, is that if I'm paying attention, which I typically do, I try to, if I can get stuff ready pre movies or stuff coming out, it's a good thing. With Secrets of Dumbledore, I believe is what they just released, the working title or the official title for the next Fantastic Beasts installment. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, I know. Waiting for the new one to come out. Stupid delays on with everything. But like, with me reading all the Harry Potter books multiple times and watching the movies, I really do like the new Fantastic Beasts series. I have yet to kind of figure out something I would want to do that's inspired by that series as much, but I know that will definitely, a lot of that stuff will go crazy once that comes out next year, or when we start getting more hype for it. Also, more hype for the Harry Potter Legacy game that's coming out soon. I think it's coming out for. It's not coming out for PC. I think it's coming out for PlayStation right now, which sucks because I don't own one. And Harry Potter game must have. So when that comes out, that's gonna be big as well. Where did we put our frogs? Oh, there they are. Ah, found them! Show you. They're still in the mold. So, the little frogs from last week, little chocolate frogs. We made, see, stupid legs popped off, but hey. Most of them one way or another. But I had scented these with chocolate truffle. And they do smell like chocolate. They smell amazing. So if I can fix either my impatientness, which definitely was a problem this time around, to get that done, or get a recipe that's a little bit thicker, and so I can hold out and not have so much delicateness of the soaps. I mean, not the soaps, the solid lotions. That'd be great. Let's see if this one pops out. Priceless. Actually, this one actually isn't that bad. So, little chocolate froggy. And of course, how can I say that things like to break? It is a delicate mold, I kind of figured. But it is what it is. Working with some of the stuff right now and getting stuff worked. So, but and with next week we did some prep work last week for the potion soap too. This week I got some more done between the soap scraps. I should, cross fingers, be making that one next week on stream. I just gotta figure out the right mold size I want to do for it, because I overcalculated this week horribly, and I don't want to do that again. Let's be honest. I really don't want to do that again, because I don't want to have so much extra soaps floating around that I don't have proper molds for. But that one is a good one. And then I think week after that, I don't know yet. I haven't figured out what soaps I want to start making each week, but I know that as long as I'm here with Ari, I will be making something that is gonna be working towards my line. Whether it's a soap that I'm testing out new fragrances, or more likely fragrances for the soaps, or if I'm testing out new recipes for scrubs, lotions, etc., I'll definitely be doing that, because to have fun. It's the best part of when I make the soaps, honestly, is me being able to experiment and have fun. And worst case, I use it all, because I don't mind. Best case, other people would love it, and I can start selling more. So, just getting a lot of stuff is going to end up going out to Christmas presents this year. Anything that I have extras of, or not even extras of. Fun is the best part. I'm a very crazy, bubbly person when I'm passionate about something. Otherwise, my husband will attest to this, I'm a shy, quiet little mouse. Antisocial, maybe even. But this stuff, one thing I could talk about hours on end, days on end, and never be bored of. Ever. just because there's so much creativity to it for me. And so many different things, and it doesn't stress me out like a lot of other things can, you know. I mean, I stress out easily over a lot of things. Soap, like you saw, tonight, stuff started going way faster than I wanted, and I had to change plans because it's what I have to do. But if that happened anywhere else in my life, panic attack, stressed out, don't like things not going according to plan. Especially with that happening, and I haven't made cold process in I think the last time I made cold process was 2016. 2017. It wasn't 2017, it was 2016. It was an attempt at a Sailor Moon design. It's been a while. If I've made any soap as of the last few years, it's been Melt and Pour, which is foolproof. My 8-year-old could do it. Legitimately, my 8-year-old has helped me make it, a lot of the stuff. So it's not a lot of high risk. There's not a lot of things that can go wrong with it. But, you know, it's kind of the nature of stuff. This black rose. Trying to think of what else I can work and make out tonight. Work on and experiment with. Yes, it is. One of me and my husband's good friends gave each of us different aprons one year for Christmas, and he ended up getting 2. One was a Game of Thrones referenced apron, which stays at my house. Because also, on top of me making soaps for fun, I bake for fun. My cakes and pastries have been amazing. So I keep that one at home. And then I saw this and I'm like, I must keep this apron with all of my soapy stuff, because this is exactly what I do for fun. My soapy stuff is all geeky and all themed like this. So, yeah. I did I don't know where those molds actually disappeared to. I had bath bomb molds that I was using that were eggs, and I did little Pokemon eggs too that looked like the egg colors were different from incubation from Pokemon Go too. Leave it up there.
Yeah.
Polygator jumped in and said hi. I'm not sure if they've been here before.
Polygate. Oh, hello. Do I know you from somewhere, or did you find us on the or the Who's Streaming page? And good evening to you too, by the way. And yes, those are your evolutions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My
Cool.
awesomeness. My little awesome.
Boobies.
Yeah, because I said movies, and of course, naturally, he hears boobies.
Just like I said pineapple rings, and he thought I said nipple rings.
It's a day. Mine's always in the gutter.
Exactly.
My husband.
Aw. Fun. And I got my water too.
Oh, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because we've got about another 40 minutes left. When we're streaming, if there's anything else that we can do small scale.
Oh. Shoot, let's see. I just finished an entire 20-bar soap order.
Yeah.
That was definitely an undertaking. Yeah, bath bombs would take a long time. Otherwise, I'd say bath bombs. Let's see. Well, we could bring the car.
Oh yeah, I could leave early and go bring the swap the car down and get that done and taken care of, so that I can have a working car for Monday.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
Definitely important.
Yeah, that's maybe what ended up happening. I may leave early
Okie
to
dokie.
get that done because, ick.
Understandable.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll be cleaning up for a little bit at least and stuff. Cause yeah, either way, I'm gonna be streaming until 9 regardless.
Yeah, I know.
Stoof.
But,
Oh, I'm just having a water break real quick.
Yeah, so I think he's actually right. It's smarter to get that car down there sooner than not.
Yeah. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta
Yeah.
do. Okay. Well, I'm just chilling here. If anyone has any questions for me, I'm here. Oh gosh. Well, they could be pineapple nipple rings. Oh my gosh.
Who said that?
Caffeine.
Mine? Oh.
And yeah, because I just realized that your husband was all, I like the way you think, to Caffeine Bunny.
Oh, God.
Love it.
My husband. I love him. But he's a handful. He is a handful.
Aw. That's half the fun, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That is not fun.
Actually, what I might do is I might open up the voice channel in my Discord and see if anyone joins. Because I've done that before. I've just connected the dummy thick chit chat. Sometimes people slide in, sometimes they don't. Someone said something. General chat. Oh, okay. My friend Ollie was sharing his art.
Grab my scrub.
Secret ninja gutter mind, mwahaha, Caffeine said. and Chef Ansem says, that's what she said. Oh my gosh. Sigh.
Yeah, sigh.
Big sigh. I mean, as I said earlier, I don't complain because if it weren't for the gutter, my mind would be homeless. Oh, about the being a handful. That's what he was saying. That's what she said too.
Yeah. No, but no. It's that. I'm gonna keep this not inappropriate thing either, because I could.
D. I'll slide in, Chef Handsome says. Oh my god.
Yeah. I can make a lot of inappropriate comments as well. I'm gonna keep this politically PG as best I can.
Yeah, safe for work, whatever you
we're
want to call
gonna
it.
keep this safe for work. I'm not gonna do that. I could.
Yeah, because I don't know if I don't think my stream has been set to being like, because I want to keep it all ages. Okay, not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm gonna until we know if this stream is safe for work considered or not. I'm gonna keep my comments safe for work. Because
He says, "Ah, gotcha. I'll behave."
you don't know what behaving is. Nice try. Nice try.
I mean, if I tend to get more 18 plus viewers, then I can change the stream to being 18 plus. He says, "I'll try." Much appreciated. But, I missed earlier. Caffeine Bunny says, all the Harry Potter talk had to open up one of the Butterbeers. Ooh, yum. He says, Chef Ansem says, no promises.
Yeah. You can't promise behaving because you know what that looks like.
And then Caffeine says, in the words of the one guy on the Mortal Kombat games, whoopsies. Oh. Chef Ansem says, only one promise, I'll always be me.
Yeah.
And that's what's important at the end of the day. As long as you're
Exactly.
still you and you're being yourself, that's half the battle.
Yes. And his mind in the gutter all the time
Mm-hmm.
is him being himself.
That works.
And I knew that. I knew that before even dating him, that that's where his mind always was, and it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that you're used to and everything, then
Oh, I'm more than
by all
used to it.
means. Yeah.
But at this point, I just learned to also accept it and roll with it
Yeah,
rather than
I
ignore
get
it.
you. He says, I need that interaction to breathe. Or he said breath, but I'm sure he meant breathe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he lives off of sexual innuendos and all of that. That's just it's who he is. That's his core.
I mean, that's the spice of life, too.
Oh yeah. If he's not flirting with somebody in some way, there's something wrong.
God, you'd have to check to see if the alien pod is nearby.
I'd have to check to see if he's sick.
Oh no.
And I've done like
Heck.
he'll see. We'll be watching a movie, and he's not making a sexual comment. I'm like, you okay? Are you sure you okay today? What's wrong? Because that's not him. Him behaving is not him.
There. He says, no, just flirtation and thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a very flirtatious, very sexual person. That just is who he is.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
Make sure I have everything.
Yep, that's always important.
Keys.
All cleaning up. Oh, by the way, what are you doing with the little froggo?
Oh. Well, sure.
Froggo. Oh, you
I'm gonna end up probably trying to attempt to refix these next week.
yeah.
I just want to probably just microwave them right in the mold and just hopefully they level out. And then just not touch.
Yeah,
And
that's
not
half
be
the battle.
Because that was the problem.
Oh gosh, Chef Ansem says, I'm in love with the females and boobs.
Yes. Oh,
And he spelled it with the old calculator 8008. Love it. Caffeine says, LOL, old calculator words. Yep. That was a fun one to do back in like middle school and stuff.
The kids these days will never understand the fun that we had.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm sure, well, as we were talking about earlier, half of their fun is like punching teachers, voting in people's ears, and eating Tide Pods, so. Every generation has their own fun. It's just, I guess we were a little bit more easily amused.
We were.
Yeah.
But we weren't stupid. Wait, no. There were teenagers I heard of that were throwing kegs into fires
Oh gosh.
when we were in high school. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was that was up there
Yeah.
with iPod stupidity. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like some other stupidity that like our generation did. I remember in my high school there was a kid who stood in wet cement once.
or
Oh, here we go. Because caffeine I think is about our age. And said, we had cardboard bottle caps and pogs. Fun.
or better yet, the idiots that were in my high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish Jessie was watching this because she would attest to the stupidity that was our high school. Well, I'm surprised it didn't make the news.
Oh boy.
Our sophomore? No, our junior year. This is a fun story.
Okay. Scooch it over.
So, yeah. My junior year,
Mhm.
high school, a stupid 10th grader
Mhm.
had decided during finals. So
Uh-oh.
you're talking June heat.
Uh-huh.
Decided to go in between, I think it was during Group A finals and stuff,
Mhm.
or whatever, play with mercury from a thermometer in the cafeteria, which is where everyone hangs out if you don't have final.
No.
You're sitting in there.
Mhm.
So anybody, and I think I had gone through the cafeteria at that point, or I was in
Mhm.
there when it happened, I don't remember. now. Got, at the end of the day, could not leave the school. We got quarantined at the damn school for an extra 3 or 4 hours because they didn't know what the short-term effects were of the mercury, the exposure to mercury. Yeah. That was bad. That was bad. Because EMS had to come because we were all shuffled to the auditorium of Pomperog.
Oh boy.
Which had very little AC, if not none, because they had to quarantine everyone, make sure everyone was safe and all of the yada things. Kids were passing out from heat exhaustion.
Oh my god.
Where the paramedics and EMS had to come up, which happened to be my mother.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Fun.
And that's one of the many reasons why I'm sure they don't use mercury in thermometers anymore.
Or we had the idiots that were, again, the same grade, but I think this was the year prior, or the year after, one of the two, I can't remember now, that decided to take their water bottles, fill it with vodka and clear rum, and drink it in school and get drunk on campus.
Oh,
and we're getting
God.
alcohol poisoning on campus.
Jeez. Let me guess, they had security guards checking water bottles.
No, we weren't allowed to have water bottles at all at the school.
Oh my god.
For at least a couple of years that I'm aware of. Because by the time my youngest sister went through, they had no problems. But I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And back then I was livid. I was like, because a few dumb idiots decided to do that, now no one can have water bottles at their desk. So if I have a coughing fit, I have to go out to find a water fountain and disrupt classes because of these few idiots. Yeah. Again, that's what you get when you live in a town that's got idiot kids with money.
Yeah, more money than brains, as I usually like saying.
These are the same kids that would also go down to the lower parking lot and smoke pot too, and get baked out in the car too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Issues.
Great.
Yeah, we had those kids too.
Oof.
We had those kids too. Yeah. We had that fun.
I'm trying to remember if we had any type of ban at my... We had a ban on hoodies for a while because some stupid kids were running in the hallway and one guy yanked a girl by her hoodie hood and everything and choked her. And I don't think she actually got hurt very badly or anything.
Oh.
But just because a teacher saw it, there was like at least a somewhat temporary ban on hoodies, which of course they didn't really enforce. But
no, they can't.
Yeah.
No, middle school. I was in 8th grade, so it didn't apply to me. It was happened to the 7th graders. One of the 7th graders decided to try to pants another student, and they ended up having an assembly about how that's inappropriate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the crazy one who decides to drive these kids to school now. But my kids aren't that bad.
Yeah, for what you've told me, your kids aren't
My kids
bad
aren't
at
that
all.
bad. They're not that bad. But yeah,
That's
I'm the crazy one that wants to bring them to school every day. But money's money.
True. That's very true. Let's see. Caffeine says, LOL, I had no money and was pretty dumb in my teens. I mean, we all had our moments.
Yeah, but I think it depends on how much. The more money you... Weapons could be hidden.
Oh, yeah, they banned trip pants in Jinko because weapons could be hidden. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the more money you have, the more stupid things that you do. Let's be honest, though, too. There's just...
Yeah, like I remember at one point we were discussing in one of my classes about how we were talking about drugs and stuff, and of course I was very straight edge back then. I was just like, I'm like, why would I need alcohol to have fun? I was like one of those types and everything. I'm like, you all are such plebes needing alcohol to have fun and stuff. I was just, I was a little insufferable at times, I'll admit, but
I agree. Alcohol has its moments.
Yeah.
But even so, even now, I don't need alcohol to have fun.
Yeah,
I don't get
same.
drunk. I think in 32 years of life, I can count on one hand how many times I've been drunk. Which
Same.
is pretty good compared to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And I can honestly say I was never drunk in never drunk in high school.
Same. Yeah.
It was only a couple of times in college.
Mm-hmm.
And once or twice when I was 26, 27. Like I was older.
Yeah.
I drink to relax. I don't drink to be drunk.
Exactly.
It's no fun. The hangover the next day ain't no fun. Or the throwing up because you drunk so much ain't fun.
Oh yeah, or drinking enough of one alcohol that your body starts to reject it every time afterwards. Me with Jaeger.
Or drinking and blacking out.
Oh gosh,
I associated a few people.
Yeah, I've never blacked out, and I think I've maybe had one hangover. I was lucky, but
I
still.
don't think I've ever had a hangover. I've been lucky.
Mm,
I've been lucky.
that's good, because yeah, from what I've seen and witnessed, heard, all that, they're not fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta get going.
I keep not wanting to leave because I'm having fun, but at the same time, if I got nothing else, I need to get on.
Chef Handsome says Carl, I think, or Car.
Car. Yeah, I know.
I-
That's what I'm doing right
Yes.
now. I literally just said it as he's like, go. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okie dokie, drive safe and all that.
Yeah. I'll talk to you soon.
Okie dokie. Talk to you later. Ugh. Now to actually get to cleaning up. And maybe I'll make bath bombs real quick. I don't know. I'll see. Ugh. Doing the big stretch. Because, yeah, I got like 20 minutes. So it should be enough time to at least clean up. Cleaning, ew. Yeah, believe me, hard agree. Cleaning up is always the part that I dislike doing the most. Yeah, back to putting music on. Let's see. Trying to get. Oh! There I go, dropping my mouse. Oh. Toby, shut up. Sorry, my mom's dog is a little bit of a butt. Well, probably is because Kyrstie's leaving at the moment, so yeah. Okay, so got the workbench, all the stuff that needs cleaning, cleaned up. Yeah, actually may need to save bath bombs for another day, just because a lot of the stuff that I would be using is all over here. Okay. Is this an empty lid? No, lid to an empty container. Man. You know you soap party too hard when you don't know which lid goes to what container anymore. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm gonna put that there for now. Oh, she found a tablespoon. Okay. Here. Since I'm gonna have to bring the majority of these dishes upstairs, because as much as I wish that I had a serviceable sink down here, I do not. And it's a pain in the butt not having, because there is a sink of some sort down here, just a sink, but it's just like any other kind of just like very shallow sink, and it makes me miss the sink that my Oma, for those of you who don't know German, Oma means grandma in German. My Oma had an amazing sink in her laundry room. I loved her sink in her laundry room. I mean, not when I was little, when she still lived in Watkins Glen, New York, which is where they had this wonderful sink in the laundry room. It was super deep. It was a plastic sink, but still it was so good for the adult tasks that only, well, at least me as an adult, or yeah, me, myself, and I as an adult can appreciate, which was being able to pre-treat laundry in this sink. Just the little things, I guess. Pre-treating laundry, things that a lot of people take for granted and everything. Being able to soak stuff. Oh, Caffeine says, "Ooh, I've been there through there before. It's nice there." Yeah. like, it's kind of funny because a lot of people, when I bring up Watkins Glen, they think of NASCAR and racing because they do have, like, a race car track that you could bring, like, your actual car on for, like, I forget, like, $30. I'd have to ask one of my friends who I think actually went up there when he lived in Pennsylvania. Because as the crow flies, Watkins Glen to Pennsylvania is not that far, depending on which area, or, excuse me, which part of, Pennsylvania, but yeah. And so, but yeah, I think for just like a nominal fee, you can go racing on one of the tracks up in Watkins Glen. But getting back to the point, when I went up there as a kid, it was not known for NASCAR at all. Like, if it was, that was something that was like so very much, like beneath my grandparents and my dad's side of the family that they would rarely, if ever, have probably discussed it. Because here, let me take this off real quick. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but yeah. So I remember when people were like, "Oh, do you want to visit Watkins Glen because you're a NASCAR fan?" I'm like, "The frick are you talking about?" I'm like, "No." It's like, I mean, I'm like, because I'm not a huge like sports person as is, and so I was so confused when people were like, "What, NASCAR? Huh?" No, I'm like, that's where my grandparents lived when I was growing up. And I loved going up there in the summer. And, oh, I miss it so much. Because their house, it was a very unusual house. Because it was made by an architect. And so he did all kinds of kooky, fun things with the house design. And it was a big house, too. Like, it was kind of like a raised ranch, but not exactly. It looked like somewhere between a raised ranch and like a soapbox design house. And it had a pretty big staircase. It had like a big living room, and then it had a huge kitchen. It had a huge kitchen, and it had like a little TV room that was in between like the kitchen and the outdoor deck, because it had a beautiful screened-in porch that kind of wrapped around a good chunk of the house. And I remember it was just such a pretty house, and I miss it so much. But unfortunately, when my grandfather passed away, my grandmother, it was just too much house just for my grandmother, since no one else was living there with her at that point. And so I think, yeah, for a while I think she just went and lived in Arizona because they were snowbirds. So during the winter they would go down to Arizona because they had a house down there in Tucson. And I never went to their house in Tucson, but from what I heard it was pretty nice. And I remember Oma used to talk about her lemon tree. Actually, somewhere down here, speaking of Oma, I just remembered that I have a picture of her. It's actually a painting. And I remember my dad was the only one of my aunts and uncles and all them that wanted this painting. And it was my grandmother, my Oma, when she was 18. And I think she was 18, she told me. She looks older in the painting for whatever reason. But she was 18, and she had this portrait done of her in Berlin, I believe, because she still lived in Germany at that point. And I remember she told me some stories here and there. I wish I could remember more of them. But she grew up in post-World War II Germany. And it sounded like she had a very hard time of it in some ways, which makes sense. And, but yeah, without discussing anything other than just historical stuff and everything, Oma was pretty interesting. She told some great stories of growing up in Germany and stuff. And she was cool. She was a fun grandmother. I haven't seen her in a long time. And now, unfortunately, she has dementia. So, it is what it is. But how did I get on this freaking Oma tire? I'm okay, but anyway. Oh yeah, I was talking about... This is how it is with me. I bring up one thing and then I think of like 12 other things branching off of that. But yeah, Oma at the house in Watkins Glen, in their laundry room, because they had an actual laundry room, which just thinking about it, I'm like, oh my god, that would be so bougie. To have just a laundry room now. Because, at least in my house, the laundry room isn't really a laundry room, it's just part of the basement. Everything, but yeah, it had such a nice sink that I wish I had for soap making stuff. Even though it was plastic, and yeah, it was very deep, and that would be so amazing. So if I could just like walk 2 feet to my right and just be at the sink instead of having to run it up there. Oh yeah. Oh, I think it started because the sink being so shallow. Yeah, the sink that's next to the washing machine here is super shallow, and it's sad because it used to be a serviceable sink when I was really little and we first moved in here. Well, yeah, when we first moved to this house like 20 years ago. And it was good for like pre-treating some things, but definitely was not as serviceable as Oma's laundry sink in Watkins Glen. Yeah. That reminds me of some things. Memories of Oma telling me about her childhood, and then the fact that she and my dad were able to travel all over the world, because I don't know if I ever told like anyone who's in the stream and has known me for a while. I don't know if I've ever discussed this, but my grandfather was a diplomat, and my dad's dad, and he actually gave the Rolling Stones their visa to come to the U.S., so the people who like the Rolling Stones, they'd probably be like, oh, cool. But for the people who hate the Rolling Stones, they're like, God dang it, why did your grandfather have to do that? But, yeah, I've had both reactions when telling people that. But yeah, he gave the Rolling Stones their visa, and he was a brilliant man. Just objectively, he was brilliant. And he was my grandparent who definitely loved me the most. And I remember, as freaking conceited and self-centered as this is going to sound, that's why I miss him so much, because he was one of the very few people on either side of my family, one of the very, very few people who believed in me so much. And it wasn't always that way. It's kind of funny because, well, not really funny, but it's just one of those things where I remember when I told my last therapist about this, he was like, wow. He's like, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. He's like, I'm glad that it had a happy ending. But he's like, I remember he was just kind of floored because he just couldn't fathom this. But I kind of had to earn my paternal grandfather's love, and seeing as how he was my grandparent that loved me the most and everything, he was just like, wow, okay, what? Because my grandfather's the type of person where, if anyone in here knows anything about astrology, he was an Aquarius, and Aquarians, their way of showing affection is oftentimes making fun of you, which makes them a little hard to read at times. And my grandfather was very much like that. And the thing is, though, it makes it hard to tell when they're being good-natured. Like, with my friend Dusty, he's an Aquarius, he makes fun of me a lot. And I know that it's always good-natured. So when Dusty, and the thing is too, is that I can throw it right back at Dusty. So it's just part of what makes us have this endearing type of dynamic. And However, with my grandfather, there were times where it wasn't always clear whether he was being endearing or whether he was trying to get under your skin. Like, I remember one of the things he said to my Oma once that absolutely drove her over the edge, pissed her off so bad, was he went on this tirade, for no reason really, but he went on a tirade saying, "Oh, all of you second and third generation of my family," I'll just say my last name anyway. He's like, "All you second and third generation moochies are all tainted by German blood." And my Oma was like, "Oh, really? Now?" She's like, "Go on." Everything. My very, very bad German impersonation, or German accent that Oma had. And so he was like, "Yep." He's like, "I should have married another Italian woman." He's like, then you all would be up to snuff. He's like, "You're all just tainted with German blood." And pissed her off so bad. But yeah, that's the type of person he was. And so, me being a chunky person most of my life, he felt that my weight was an easy target. Me, being me, I got mad about that. And so I thought, okay, I'm like, he wants to get under my skin, I'll get under his skin right back. And I found out what his, sore spot was to get under his skin. I realized it was his height, because I'm 5'3". My grandfather Bill, rest his soul, he's probably turning over in his grave just hearing me talk about this, but he was about my height, maybe a little shorter, so he was 5'2", 5'3". Yeah, and it's kind of funny because a lot of us said that maybe that's why he married Oma, because Oma was easily 5'8", 5'9". So my dad was I know my dad is, when he was still alive, he was 5'10", 5'11", close to 6 foot. My dad was pretty tall. And my Uncle Gus was 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6 foot, so somewhere in that range. But anyway, so he used to make jokes about my weight and everything. Saying, I remember one time we were watching the Boston Pops on the 4th of July or something, and Rosemary Clooney was there, and Rosemary Clooney was a big lady. And she was kind of leaning at one point on the piano, and he said, he's like, "I'm sure when she was younger, she looked just like Ariana." And, of course, I knew that was a jab about my weight. So I used to say stuff back to him not really back to him, but about him. I would say, he's a funny little midget. And oh my God, with his Napoleonic complex, that pissed him off to no end. Got him so mad and everything. And so I remember we just came to this impasse at one point where it's I wasn't going to back down from calling him a midget and poking fun at his height, and he wasn't going to back down about my weight. So and keep in mind, since I'm the age when Matilda came out, in my childhood, I kind of had the idea that, kids could punish their parents from a fairly young age. Granted, I didn't do it often, but I'm you know what? They're not going to treat me the way that I want to be treated. I'm going to ignore them. I'm not going to visit them for a whole year. And I mean, it sucked because I loved visiting Watkins Glen, as I started off this whole tirade by saying, and about Oma's wash sink and everything. But I'm you know what? I'm I'm just going to give him the cold shoulder, not going to visit him for a year. I finally, after I want to see her on Christmas time of that year, or the following year or something like that, when I didn't go up for the summer and they realized, we really hurt her feelings, we really pissed her off and everything. They finally apologized, and they're okay, next summer you can come up and we're gonna be nice, we're not gonna say anything mean, stuff like that. And they behaved for the most part, which granted, looking back and everything, I didn't have that much longer with my grandfather, because my grandfather passed away, I don't even remember, it's starting to come back to me, but I think I was maybe 7-ish, 8-ish years old, because when I was really, really little, I was actually very skinny, but then once I hit puberty, I became a chonker and everything. It just kind of happened that way. And, but yeah. So, yeah, I think I was like 14 going on 15 when my grandfather passed. And so part of me is like, do we really have to be so petty about it? But sometimes that's just how families are. And some people, it's like, unless you can play their game back at them, they're not gonna like relent or anything. So, that tirade aside, Caffeine says, I recently found tea-berry gum, something my grandfather used to get me when I was little. Tea-berry? That's interesting. What's that like? Just because I'm curious. And I'm going to be wrapping the stream up pretty quickly. Or not pretty quickly, but soon. Because, yeah. Actually, the bar... I keep referring to it as the bar. Which, this is what it originally was. This was originally supposed to be like a bar that was in the basement and everything. But, yeah, it's actually looking pretty clean right now. I'm just gonna have to bring stuff up in shifts because, yeah, dirty dishes are the bane of my existence sometimes, especially with soap making, so 'tis what it is. This I might be able to just directly dump outside. Nah, I don't want to chance it. Because there might be raw soap in that. To me, it's kind of like a mint, like... Okay, so it's kind of minty, but not super duper minty. Okay, interesting. Because with berry, I was thinking, does it have like a berry-ish thing going on? I was just curious, because it sounded familiar, but I'm not entirely sure. Because I'm going to have to look that up now, to see if it's like a fruit from the tea plant, or what it is, or if it's just an entirely different plant in and of itself. Just curious. And holy moly, I stacked up a bunch of dishes. But yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna unplug the stick blender real quick. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't have all of my lights on tonight, just because I had to sacrifice a couple of AA batteries, which I could have gone upstairs and gotten some extra AA batteries, but Kyrstie needed the AA batteries for her mini mixer, so I was like, you know what, mini mixer's more important than a string of lights from Wish. So been so long, I don't remember what it was supposed to be like. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm trying to think of... It sucks because a lot of things that I really loved from my childhood, a lot of them aren't around anymore. I mean, they brought back Dunkaroos, which, that was great. I was so happy when they brought back Dunkaroos, especially the chocolate frosting ones. The chocolate frosting Dunkaroos were my jam back in the day. I remember I was such a horrible kid at times. And the thing is, I've never been like, because I'm sure this came to a couple people's minds that maybe it's like, oh, well, maybe you overate when you went through puberty or something, but I've never really been like a huge eater of any kind. Like, I just don't do that. And, but yeah, I remember there was like occasional times where I would like pig out. And I remember one time my mom bought Dunkaroos for me. And being a naughty kid, we got home. I grabbed the box, and I just ate the entire box in one sitting. And I was just like, no regrets, because I love Dunkaroos that much. But yeah, they brought back Dunkaroos. They weren't exactly the way that I remembered them. Like, the cookies, at least, I remember them being a little bit more moist. Chocolate ones, there's only vanilla here. Yeah, like, for the cookie ones, they only have the vanilla cookies currently. But, yeah, the chocolate frosting they have up here. If they only have the vanilla frosting down there, then that sucks. Because I liked the Funfetti frosting kind of that they had. But just plain vanilla. I'm trying to remember if I had that or not. But, yeah, I think that was one that I didn't really like much. Because I've always been a bit more of a chocolate person than a vanilla person. Like, if worst comes to worst, I can eat, like, a vanilla Frosty. But, for me, I stick with the OG chocolate Frosty. Although I will say, they're coming out with a strawberry Frosty, And, like, the couple of times that I've gone to Wendy's locations recently, I've been asking if they're going to get the strawberry frosty or if they have it in yet. And I know that the one in my town is supposed to be getting the vanilla frosty, because apparently they need a whole new machine for it or some stupid crap like that. But, what was it? But yeah, the one in my town is getting it, and some other ones that I usually go to in, like, neighboring towns aren't getting it. It was interesting how they explained it to me, but anyway, it's after 9, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so I think I'm going to raid someone. So, for those of you who are... the cookies are different. Used to be cinnamon graham cookies. Yeah. Yep, that's... Yeah, I remember them being a little moister. Like, the ones that I had, they seemed thinner. They seemed to be a little bit more, like, biscotti, like, biscuity, rather than, like, a cookie. And for some reason, when I was little, I just remember them being different. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna raid someone. Let me see who's available to raid. Just pausing the lo-fi for now. Who's available to raid? Gaijin Goomba, the Earl of Suds, or... Oh! Well, Gaijin Goomba has a frick ton of people, so I'm gonna raid the Earl of Suds again. I've raided him before. He's the brother of Katie of Royalty Soaps, and he's not a part of her channel anymore, but now he's just a Twitch streamer, but he's super nice, super fun, super bubbly, super uplifting, so everyone be nice to him. And it looks like he's working on Legos, so yeah. So be nice, and I'm going to rate him right now. And as I said, thank you for tuning in, and all my social media stuff is in the description on my channel. So, again, I'll be back, I'll be back next Saturday, and again, if I feel like streaming some other day during the week, like Wednesday or whatever, then I'll stream then. Otherwise, toodaloo, have a good night, everyone. Rating now.